Could do
Slap
that to the button. The button didn't deserve it.
I'd do it. Fuck
Maybe
the
the
button.
button wants that.
Oh. What do you think about the button, chat? Does it deserve to get slapped or, like, gently pushed?
And why is it yes?
Put your answers in the comment section below. But we're back! Here we are with the chapter 29 of Guardians Rebirth, a Homebrew D&D campaign based on isekai things. I'm the guy in charge. I can't rant for a bit and then send it off to Darren. I'd send it off to me. And you know what? Fuck me. I'm doing it right now. Fuck you, me. You know what, me? Fuck yourself as well.
I'm so confused.
At some point, this just becomes masturbatory.
That was 29 chapters ago, right? Yeah, session 29. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. Previously in Guardians Rebirth, the hero spent a day of rest by doing multiple things. Firstly, May had to talk with Atsushi about his corruption, and learnt that he didn't remember attacking Kaede. May used her powers to see if she could see the corruption to no avail, and tried to remove his curse with unknown results. Kaede was handed the fragment of wrath from Hayato, given with no information about what it did. Kaede, after a minor hesitation, absorbed it, taking several instances of anger through her, after which the gem shattered and Kaede seemed to have gained powers. Afterwards, during breakfast, Vang requested the party, and he awarded them with bronze ranking, informing that the Sultan wanted to congratulate them in front of a crowd the next day, and also reward them. He also told them more about the other members of the Champion's Mantles, questioned about the gods of Avira and the horse furries the party found. Hata took Mai for a walk, but not before being confronted by Kaede about the fragment. Mai and Hayato talked about how they were feeling in the situation, missing the outside world. Everybody went shopping, picking up some items, and May looked for Z to retrieve the tome they had left with her. She found out that she was being rude and visited the Scarlet Labyrinth. The next morning, they had a conversation about Z and met with her afterwards, confronting her about the book. Z seemed very annoyed dealing with the party, but still followed up with their deal. As the other three left to discuss what the deal was with her, Kaede put more pressure on learning that the tome, and then learned that the tome covers the history of a vampire lord. We return as Kaede meets up the party, and after learning a little more about the scenario.
Yes.
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 No.
Noticed.
No.
Kaede just walks away from them.
Yeah, no, so I imagine, like, yeah, you all had your little convo for the end of the night. You stayed back. It's probably like a tiny bit like after the end of the convo you had, because I remember like spending a bit of time flicking through like what was transcribed down. So a bit of time passes before Kaede re-arrives like back to the three of you. And if there's nothing else for like you all in between.
I mean, when you walk away, when you walk back, Hyde just looks at you expectantly, like, if you've returned, clearly there's something you've returned for a reason.
No, it's just like returned to the group because I never went to join you after everyone started to leave. I stayed back. Yeah. And yeah, it's just those other appearance. Like, I imagine the eyes for me. It's like, well, I can definitely tell that I struck some kind of chord.
Oh.
In a good way or a bad way?
No, I'm not positive. But what I may
A
have...
chord or a nerve?
Well, what I may have found through this, though, is that from what I can feel and understand, Z is doing what they said they'd be doing, transcribing everything down. And from briefly going through what has been written down in the other books, they have a long way to go. A long way to go. Though, their mood does seem very different to previous. Even just standing there, just like having a quick look over, I could tell that there was not a complete disgust, but that kind of look that you get when someone from afar peers at you and thinks, what are you doing here?
She just seems really impatient. I'm guessing the curse might be some kind of superiority complex or something?
I wouldn't have a clue, sadly. This is something that I don't remember seeing at all, so any guess can be as good as another.
But I guess she knew the risks, and so would we, so, there's not much we can do about it, really.
I think I'm more on the lines let them be.
I agree. At first I was a little concerned, like, if she was really bad, but a mean person's not great, but it's not like, you know, take over the world and hurt people mean, is it?
They
Probably
seem to be
not.
they seem to be uncovering a lot about this long, I guess at this point forgotten, vampire lord. Though anything about it doesn't really ring that much of a bell to me that I've ever, well, read about in the real world, in any of the games or this.
Maybe it was fan fiction.
This seems like something that could have maybe the personality of this lord will slowly influence them over time. And if that's the case, from what I'm hearing, it can lead to a more of a aggressive yet forward-pushing stance.
That doesn't sound very good.
Potentially
Should we
not.
tell people? Like, maybe, like, other people in the guild? Let them know, just so that they know, and maybe then it'll be more than us keeping eyes on her, or...
With that, the more people who
I
know
think
about the
so.
book, the more likely the book gets taken away and disappears. And while I know you don't like it, it is an artifact that we may have to resort to using if things get dangerous enough.
We don't have to necessarily tell them about the book, but we could tell them to just keep an eye on Z.
Yeah,
Why not Vang?
that's probably the only
Yeah.
person I would tell. Of anyone, they'd be most likely to not jump the gun.
I'd say they're probably one of the ones that could actually have a better understanding on stuff like this. I mean, magical tome
was
seems up
thinking
their
that.
alley. It's just whether or not we do our best to keep eyes or leave it be. If we leave it be, the fallback could be maybe asking Vang to find them with like a scry or something. If they're still able to do that.
I
I
think
know.
at least, regardless, letting Vang know.
Indeed.
But
Well,
besides
anyway,
from
this
that,
has been just great fun, so I'm going to go now.
okay.
Before you leave there, Kaide, you mentioned you
Hmm.
touched a nerve.
I think it was more so the approach that I had.
Okay. Just as a heads up in case one of us has to follow up your approach somehow, in what particular method did you make said approach to touch said nerve? That way, one of us cannot stumble ass backwards into the same, foot in mouth that you appear to have made up.
I wouldn't really call it a foot in mouth. It was more of a situation where I was curious to what was being written down. And in most situations, when people are done with books that they are currently working on, someone else who we've had actual connection with, someone else going through all that usually is fine, from my personal understanding. It's just that they didn't really. I don't think it's the fact that I was sort of reading through it. It was more of the fact that I was close by. It might just be a presence thing, and it might be a way of the exact words I said. While a little bit straightforward, that might have been the problem.
Or we were like, wow, your writing sucks.
No, of course not. I was genuinely trying to read through to see what information has been uncovered. This, again, any information we don't know about this world is helpful. Who knows what we could find out there?
Okay, so just to summarize, you're saying that she didn't like the fact that you were going over her notes before
Potentially.
she was finished with them.
Potentially, it might have been seen as like a disturbance.
Okay. Well, if one of us has to deal with this in the future, I'll have to keep that in mind.
I mean, from the conversations you were all making before, it seemed that disturbance was the real pain point.
Yeah, she didn't like the whole us being there asking about things, then just taking her away from her work.
No, that's why I tried to approach in the sense of, while she did tell me to go away, I still wanted to at least have a look. So I didn't say anything, I just looked through. And then afterwards I got told to leave. Well, more so, they left.
All right. Well, that seems to be like we made a lot of progress. We didn't, but that's the joke. So what's next? I guess now, just in game, is this happening before or after? Like, is that like the day before, or is it happening the same day as the Sultan?
This is the same day, I think it was in the morning.
Yeah, this is the morning.
Okay, just making sure. So
Okay.
then, I guess the next thing
Sultan
in our
was
schedule
fine.
is to meet with the Sultan.
Yeah, I guess that is something we need to do.
Maya would probably be waiting in like the main hall area, sort of close to the door, because she wanted to get away from that area with the like close to the person's room that they were in.
What kind of ceremony do you think this will be? Something big and over the top, or something more subdued? I'm going for full over the top and grandiose.
I hope not. I really hope
What do
not.
we have to do for it?
I'm imagining it's going to be one of those situations where we will be shown, like, kind of like a celebration of an event, in a way, where it's like you'll be shown as you've accomplished something. In most cases, it'd be medals, but in this case, it'd probably be some form of reward, and then maybe just a light bit of lingering before moving on. I've seen
Everyone likes a light lingering.
it.
Oh, I
If
hope
it's
I don't
any
make an
similar
idiot of
to what I've
myself. I hate standing up in front of a bunch of people.
I mean, she
But-
did try to address us, 2 days ago, and we just walked straight past her to go into the inn to rest. So, there's going to be at least some level of, they're going to expect us to make some presence and have some probably show of, not deference, but attentiveness. At least that's my guess.
As mentioned, it kind of gives off a similar feeling as you would going to get an award.
Oh, my seems more like withering about that.
No, not an award.
I don't want to be recognized.
Hates all that kind of
Yes.
stuff. Like, it just makes her nervous. I don't want to stand up in front of an assembly. Don't make me.
Yeah.
Don't recognize me, no, no.
May
It's
May looks pretty
embarrassing,
nervous as
I'm
well.
It'll be fine. We'll just stand up. They'll probably make a whole big speech at us. They'll give us some kind of wavy, like, thank you for saving the city, great heroes, or some crap like that. And then we'll be able to skedaddle on our way after probably having to shake a few hands, smile and nod a lot, and maybe say a couple words like, it was an honor, or something like that. Or just doing our jobs, stay humble. It's a great crowd pleaser.
We can do that as a group, right? Wait, you can do that?
Yeah. She's like agreeing.
That our party
No.
spokesperson.
Obviously, if any of us is going to step forward to make a great declarative speech on behalf of all of us, then logically it should all fall on the head of the one who appears to step forward the most. Kaede.
Oh, you do a good job stepping into people's mouths, so I thought it would be you.
I'm just kidding though. If they want us to say something, if you don't want to deal with it, I can pull something out of my ass. Wouldn't be the first time I had to make up a speech on the spot.
I could do it, but I'm usually more of a preparation person.
I always get a case of the really bad sneezes when I have to be in, like, public speech at all. I don't know why it happens every single time I get a public speech. I have, like, 50 sneezes, and it's so embarrassing. I really don't want to do it. Ugh, even thinking about it's making my nose itchy.
I always learn the trick for public speaking is just to imagine that everyone in the room, including yourself, is naked.
That sounds worse.
To, like, instantly, like, bright red.
Well, think of it. If everyone's naked, it's not weird, but you're all actively trying to avoid the situation and talking about it, so you have to think of something else so no one focuses the fact that everyone in the room is currently naked.
No.
See the sweat outside of face.
Never understood that. Like, never understood that. Just as an actual thing.
I just laugh. I just laugh. My ears just like, Do we have to go now? Are we going now? Or is it time to go? Can we get this over and done? Can we do something other than standing here talking about this?
About being naked, yes, we can go walk and talk somewhere else about it.
I feel like I need more clothes.
I don't
Just us
think
walking in the direction
being
of the thing.
stationary was the issue.
I think it's the company you bring. Yeah.
We don't really have anything else to do, so I just wanders in the direction of wherever the ceremony is meant to take place.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we're given a rundown of where we're meant to be.
Yeah, you make your way towards this large, sort of Taj Mahal-like building in the middle of town. Behind it is the pyramid, where the Scarlet Labyrinth is, and as well as the church at the top. As you see a huge amount of like staffers doing things. As you approach, you are stopped by a guard. So we're preparing for the festival, for the ceremony at noon.
Well, there we have it. It's at noon.
Oh, we already knew it's new, I thought we'd mill about.
Find something to do somewhere around. Thank you. I guess we could just go and, I don't know, go for a nice walk.
On the plus side, if the thing with the Guardian, if they don't want us to be involved in the preparation, it means they're not going to expect us to do anything when we get our rewards.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I guess that's the point.
I feel like I need a small
Doesn't
drink.
seem like they need to adjust if they just want us to show up at the same time as everyone else. They don't need to run anything by us.
Well, that seems like a perfect opportunity to go get some tea while you wait for things to actually happen.
Just before I go, I do want to just sort of speak up to the one that was just got in the area. It's like, is there a particular place that they wanted us, heroes, to stand or be for the preparation?
I was worded that you'd be known, to be a known associate with you as you walk through the crowds of people here, as he sort of shows the two areas where the crowds of people would be, and the long path from this entrance to the castle all the way up to the stairs near the throne.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
You'll be walking up to there, and then the ceremony will begin. As far as I know, that's all you need to know.
No, fair enough. They want us to do some kind of, of the people style entrance.
Thank you. We'll move along.
As you all
Moments like this make me wish I still had my staff.
As you all go find a place to have a drink.
Is it I can like try
/ mental
direct, like,
breakdown.
sneakily coax the party to a place where it looks like there might be wine on the menu.
I mean, Hido's fine with that. It's not even noon yet, but you can start drinking if you want.
You
Yeah,
can't.
she's-
We're not of drinking age.
Drinking before noon.
I lied,
yeah,
actually.
fine,
Never mind.
I'm talking sneakily because she doesn't want people to think that she's desperately needing alcohol, and she also wants to have a glass of wine because she's very nervous.
I actually think you're not lying. I don't think Mayu can drink.
Oh, but yeah, she's the only one.
No, Hata can't either.
Oh, yeah, right. I keep getting he's the fucking youngest.
Drinking
Yeah,
age in
Hata's
Japan.
younger.
Drinking age in Japan is.
I think it's
20.
just 18, right?
No,
Oh, is it
it's
20?
20.
Ah, yeah.
Oh.
God, so none of us can drink.
Yeah, but what is it in this world? Didn't we?
No,
have
I'm at
drinks
19.
one-
Yeah.
I'm not saying.
Yeah,
I'm,
we
not-
have-
I'm saying Kay was like, no, you can't. I'm like, no, that's
Yeah,
correct. You can't.
I think I remember one of the
That-
early sessions we had like a little bit of alcohol, and I think she had like
Yes.
one drink, and that was about all she could handle.
Yeah,
No.
we had a drinking session before we died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens, doesn't it?
You all eventually find a spot that does serve wine. They do
Good.
make the comment that Darian made as well that it's a bit early, but who cares? You're giving them money.
I have an
Weirdos.
important question.
Hmm.
The little kobold wizard man, spellcaster, whose name I always keep forgetting.
Vang, yes.
Thing. How, in terms of stereotypical fantasy spellcaster, how many tropes did he fulfill in terms of his attire?
How big
Did
is
he
his
have
hat?
a large pointed
has-
hat?
he
Was
has
he
a-
wearing a cloak?
Yeah,
Did he have a fancy staff?
83.
he's got no. He doesn't have the big pointy hat. Like it does have a point, but it is like it bends and it like folds in on itself a little bit. It's got a huge fucking brim. He doesn't walk around. He sort of floats everywhere.
Yep, cool, perfect.
If he had a beard, if he could grow a beard, he'd probably have one. He does a lot of the tropes, a lot of the great sage, ultimate wizard type ass tropes. Staff lays across him as he like moves across the rooms and stuff when he needs it.
Ito sits and thinks during the tea about
We
how
need
much
costumes.
exactly. He's literally like, well, I have this outfit that is like, it's very fancy, good clothing. How extra do we really want to be for this? It is a show, you know. We're putting on a show. I have inventory space.
I mean, I have a new robe.
Hmm?
I got a
Drink
new robe.
single glass of wine
Put on your
nervously.
fancy robe.
Probably doesn't like the taste of the wine because she is young. Drinks it anyway. Very nervously.
No,
trying
you
to
don't understand. Like,
Like,
your
what-
elven bloodline actually
It's
likes
like, what's the sweetest wine you have?
Really.
You want a Moscato? A pink Moscato?
Yes.
You
In
don't-
this day and age?
Let's pause. Let's pause. You want Mayu to have pink Moscato? Let's think about that. Would she like pink
No.
Moscato?
Uh,
Yes.
no.
Looks down at her clothes.
In this economy?
If someone bought her pink Moscato, if we went there, she would be like, "It's pink. I love it. Thank
Can we
you."
get a pink Moscato?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, heck yeah.
it's not gonna be like the best tasting, but
You should get one of those like fruity cocktails.
like you can get any drink you want, depending on how much money you want to throw into it.
I would like a
Let's just
mojito.
say they get it like a pink wine, like a big pink dessert wine. Like she would be like nervously waiting when like it comes out. Like it instantly there'd be like a slight like relax of like nerves of being like, it's pink.
You
This
get
is
one of
great.
those Moscatos, but it's actually strawberry and cream.
Oh, that sounds so good.
I sell those.
That sounds so good.
Meg gets a large jug of milk, or Bailey's. depending on the scenario.
No, it's 80% melee, 20% health.
Yeah. I was thinking that, but I feel like Hyder would definitely make a remark about a cat getting milk.
Yes, yes, he would.
Yeah.
He says that as like, I would like a virgin screwdriver, please.
You like some orange juice?
Espresso martini.
Listen, it's only 10 a.m. Need to get your vitamin C in. Come on.
It's 10 a.m. It's beer o'clock. It's already knockoff time. Let's go.
We spent a lot of time inside. We're not getting any sun, he says, in the desert city, bearing down sun in the zenith.
Bearing the heat down. It's like, yes, warmth.
Does this world have time zones? Is it 5 o'clock somewhere?
No, this world has the one time zone.
It does have time zones, but like, it's usually just like, it's probably east and west is the time zone.
Yeah, it's just Australian, like east and west, like 3 hours at most.
But yeah, as you all get enough, as you all get enough of what you want from this scenario, there's some relaxation, some actual drink, time to think about designs. It's probably, unless people want to do things, it's probably around 11:30ish.
I think before it gets to that point where it's like running out of time, Haito decides that the only correct option is to really go a bit over the top for things. And so he takes his leave from the group for a little while. He just gets, alright, I'll meet you all back here closer to the time of ceremony. I have to prepare a few things. I have 14 gold AJ. I don't know how much an arcane focus costs because I don't use one. I use a component pouch. But Haito is going to get himself an arcane focus, like a staff of some kind that's very fancy with a nice crystal ball or whatnot on top. You know, the proper, the kind of thing you'd read in a book style, ridiculous thing.
On the hill.
He's going to get a hat. He has to, a very wide brim. But rather than pointed top, it's like a flop top hat. So like, it has the point, but it like flows back into the side because it has to fit his like, ridiculous, like laid back style approach because he's not changing his coat. His coat is cool. He wants to keep his coat.
This man's about
Let's
to
look at
become a
crystal
wizard
ball,
from the
like-
first era.
I was looking at
No, crystal balls are expensive as
and I was
fuck.
like, what's the thing of that? It's like, oh wait, no, that's
It's
the
a
magic item.
gem.
It depends on the fucking what crystal ball you get.
Oh yeah, right.
It's an arcane focus, just like something like essentially a wizard-y staff is what he goes for. Doesn't have to be an arcane focus. If it's just a thing that looks like an arcane focus, it works for him.
It's a prop.
Yeah, exactly.
So
and then
you can
and then he's going to empty the ring of spell storing and fill it with multiple casts of prestidigitation and dancing lights.
Jesus Christ.
Why are you filling the ring with cantrips?
So it's empty.
Because the ring is mostly empty right now. Because if he casts them, he has to use verbal and somatic components. But if he casts them from the ring, they just come out of the ring.
Okay.
People can see him casting with his mouth.
you can get a fancy schmancy quarterstaff with like
You
a
wanna sell an
vetted
image?
gem for probably about maybe 5 gold if you're looking for like fancy schmancy. And you can get a nice wizard's hat in any style you want for maybe about 3 gold. Like it's usually 2, but you wanted to put a bit of effort into it.
Yeah. It's like, it has to be on quick. You pay the extra gold for, listen, I need this quickly tapered in this way.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Express delivery.
Exactly. And then after he gets that stuff sorted, he meets them back up. Though he has the staff and a card, and the card so no one the party can't see it.
You have the hat on?
I think like when
No, the card.
Oh.
when he leaves, like when he's just like, I gotta take care of a few things somewhere, it's just like, I have a really bad feeling about that. And he comes back and he doesn't have it, and he's like, I still have a really bad feeling about that.
Are you gonna
best,
be-
at best we know he won't do anything to blow us up.
Are we gonna look underdressed now? get something really fancy. And we're in a adventuring gear.
I don't think it's really
Actually.
a negative thing for us to be too much underdressed. If anything, I have too many layers for the desert. Like again, covered in like,
Yeah.
just black clothing. Because that's my
Yeah,
normal getup.
and
It's
it's
just
black.
like, yeah, that's my normal getup. Is like black clothing, like actually, like, hood like lowered down, all that. Like, I am a rogue's rogue.
Agent, there was no need to add that to my sheet. I am never going to attack with it. Oh, it is a card though.
Yeah, you need a T-sheet.
You can get rid of your normal quarter stuff and have a cool one now.
Have a quarter staff? No, I don't have a quarter staff. I
now
lost
you
that
do.
when I died.
Now you do.
Oh,
Now you have a
brought up
quarter staff.
your trauma. That's awkward.
Well, now you do have a quarter stuff.
Yep. I had a quarter staff I literally never used.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, I guess I mean my clothes are still pretty new, and I kind of picked them out to be a little fancier than normal, so but still, I mean, we'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
Yeah, so Haito leaves wearing like regular adventuring clothes. He comes back wearing the ridiculous double-breasted like coat with the flared tails and stuff like that he bought back in the freaking ages ago.
You mean the one that you lost?
No,
No.
he was wearing that when he died.
No, he was
so he kept
wearing it.
Hey,
I had to rebuy adventuring clothes because I was wearing the stupid outfit.
what do you mean stupid outfit? It's great, like suit, like everything. Like it's perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah. As you all start walking up, I assume.
Yeah.
As like 10:50 hits, you hear like loud music being played emanating from the area that you're going.
Okay. You can do this. You can do this. It's nothing. Oh, that's not true. It's definitely not nothing. It is something, but it's okay.
1 second.
It's gonna be okay.
Cat wants out, maybe.
She's just like psyching herself up the whole walk, trying to get into the confident zone, and just continually like walking herself into a circle.
Who has the worst charisma in the group?
Not me.
Charisma? A stat?
Yeah. Yeah. I was curious.
You're all,
I thought I
have 12.
Haito, Kaide, and May all have the worst.
The 12s, and Mayu has like what, 14 or 16?
15.
15? Alright, cool.
Yeah, she's got a pretty good charisma.
In that case, but when we're going, as we're approaching, I'm going to quietly cast Enhance Ability at 3rd level and get May and myself with Eagle Splendor, which gives advantage on charisma checks.
You become more refined enemies.
Oh, absolutely. Hell, he'd put that in the ring too if it could be subtle, but no, it wouldn't be.
As you approach the steps to the entrance gate, you see Vang is sort of floating there at the door, seemingly waiting for you.
Sorry, quick question. Do we know that you put fancy spells in the ring
No.
to like
Absolutely not.
Okay. Alright, so I was gonna offer a spell, but if I don't know that's your plan, it's all good.
What spell? We might have planned in advance. He did leave saying he's preparing things to make an entrance.
Fireworks.
Yeah, I was gonna offer a silent image.
That's okay. I'm going to be using multiple prestidigitations and dancing lights to make pretty lights.
Alright.
You go, AJ, do your thing.
No, yeah, Vang is sort of just floating there, waiting for you all to make your way to the gate.
Yep. We go over.
Alright. If everyone's ready.
Yep. Yep, definitely ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Is this what for our entrance, or just
Mm-hmm.
Or the whole thing, but I mean the entrance, of course.
I was like, well, right before we go out, I will. I'll prepare. I'll prepare myself right just as we're about to enter.
Oh, yeah.
He's just thumbing 2 cards in his
Yeah.
deck.
Okay.
So
Alright.
yeah, wait. Yes, hang on. So you don't have the staff or the hat right now.
Nope.
You've just got the suit on.
Yep.
What did you got there, Haito?
This movie.
Cards.
What kind of cards?
What you doing?
Anything cool?
Ah, you've got to make an entrance, don't you?
Oh,
God is beyond caring.
you.
Alright.
As you all take the first step, Haito manifests the 2 items.
Oh yeah, I had to make sure he's like at the back of the 4 of us walking,
Yeah.
and it's right before we start going, he flips the card for the hat, puts the hat on like a flourish, so it kind of like it's flopped up, so flays out a bit, and then after a few steps in, when people's attention is drawn to us, he then flicks the staff out so it miraculously appears in his hand. And at the same time, he's going to use prestidigitation to have like a small shower of sparks, like flare up as it happens, like he manifests it magically as they're walking. And then he's going to use a second prestidigitation because you can have 5 simultaneous effects going, to have a gust of wind blow down towards us, so all of our like cloaks and stuff flare out around us as we're
Oh
walking.
my god.
And then, of course, a single dancing light in the gem on the staff as he appears, so it glows too.
Honestly, like, with all of that happening all at once, Maya goes from being incredibly nervous to just, like, stifling a laugh because it's just, like, it's so extra.
Yeah, exactly. It is
She's,
so extra.
like, kind of, like, covers her mouth, like... And then, yeah, just, like, tries to keep a straight face.
Yeah. As you step forward, you see that the courtyard of this castle before entering the building itself is full of people. At least a couple hundred members of the city are packed in here watching as the 4 of you all walk down through this road towards the center, towards the building itself. Music can be heard emanating from the thing. You can see, like, in 2 sections right before the doorway, a large band has been split across into 2, probably half a dozen instruments playing, preceding your walk as you do so.
Yep.
Eventually, as Vang is leading you all down, you enter the building proper, where you see probably about a good 75 people, more looking like higher class nobility-esque people are waiting in the benches as a lone throne at the back is present, where a female Fargenasi with short, flamey hair is sitting wearing a very elegant white dress and a circlet that has several rubies and orange and yellow gems sort of in a pattern in the center. As Vang sort of slips to the side, he sort of nudges whoever was directly behind him to move forward as you continue
Guess that'll
to
be me.
walk down.
Yeah, I imagine it would probably have been Kaede then. Yep, Kaede, probably for that beginning bit as well, like, probably the initial bit of, like, maybe going out and, like, seeing everything, like, it just, that almost hit of just, like, a lot at once, but slowly just kind of tries to keep a bit focused on where she needs to move forward to, and tries to, like, sort of, after, like, Vang sort of steps aside for us to go forward, she tries to sort of, like, keep that lead moving at a consistent pace as it was.
Mhm.
Having
Does it
kind of done stuff like this a little bit, but not entirely.
Was that, sorry, was that everyone moving forward or just Kaede at the moment?
he sort of pushed Kaede like to go up ahead, like to continue the walk, because he seems to be stopping where he is.
Oh, okay.
So we're meant to keep walking.
Oh,
Yeah.
like a you go on.
The entire time we're walking, Haito's using his invisible mage hand telekinesis to continue to make sure that his like coat is like billowing slightly as we walk.
As you get to pass
When
him,
it-
as you pass him,
No,
Vang
it's-
turns. Gone.
May just like kind of like as like Haito's doing all this shit. May just like kind of like because I imagine like May's kind of like just in front of him. She like turns around and like quietly says to him, so we're going all Gandalf on this shit now."
Can't say that. It's illegal. Gundalf.
Good Dolph.
Good word. Good mage. The white.
Good mage. The grey.
Good mage,
No,
the
what?
grey.
Damn it.
No, good mage the yellow. Good mage the
No.
orange. Good
Yes.
mage the blue. There we go.
I don't think they could copyright the color as a thing. Like,
We can try.
I think
But
that
it has
could
to be
be.
different.
It's his title.
Good mage the no, I got it.
The
I got
eggshell.
nothing.
Eggshell what? Eggshell.
Good mage Puce.
As your Hato, you're last, right? You're 4.
Yeah, he's fourth in line.
As you go past, Vang sort of whispers audibly enough for you to hear him. He's like, when you all reach the top, go across the aisle. Don't bunch up in a line.
Yeah. Spread out. Yeah. Which when we go forward, if people don't start to move, he'll use the mage hand to subtly push people. So like, no, you move there, okay, a little bit of there, and he'll like make his way to the empty space. He'll put himself on one end, because then he'll do the also stereotypical, like, you know, wizard in every kind of slightly bored with the royal, like leaning on the staff a bit casually kind of thing.
Good lord.
As you all reach the place where you sort of assume that you're going to stop, there are no more people. There's like a good distance, maybe about 5-10 feet from you from all the other people, but there's still enough distance from you on the throne where you supposedly just wait as the Sultan stands up and makes their way towards you. The music starts to continue playing, but very much as like background music, background accompaniment. It's not this grandiose show of people are here, look at them. It's very much an emphasis on what she's going to have to say next, sort of thing.
Yeah.
As she steps forward, her voice, seemingly audio, magically projected, so people outside can hear.
I'm a 30.
You just, she says, "Citizens of Marcanus, today we award the 4 heroes of our city for stepping forward and defeating the General of Wrath. We'd like to thank these 4 for putting their lives on the line as they embrace this fearsome foe by themselves. Please, may I know who we are awarding today?"
Haito telekinetically pushes Kaede slightly forward.
I imagine she was already taking the step.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like he's getting ready in case no one steps forward. He's like, alright, Kaide's doing this first.
She's doing, as she's saying this, she's probably walking to probably about 5 feet in front of you.
Yeah, I imagine it's the sort of thing where, like, most of the movements up into, like, the spot, like, she's been trying her best to gauge it from just ideas alone, which I want to say somewhat. But then, yeah, when, like, she approaches, she'll just, take, a pretty, like, respectful bow. And then, sort of say, "My name's Kaede Mikino. I, sorry, my fucking throat's killing me. One sec."
Did no one give them beverages
Sorry.
before?
No one gave me one.
You can't swear in front of the Sultan.
Yes, I can. Who's gonna tell me no, God? AJ, are you gonna tell me no?
I mean, you can do what you want.
Sorry, my throat's been fucking with me the past week.
Well, good. Which is a very long name, Kaede
Yeah.
Makino. My throat has been fucking with me the whole week.
My name is Kaede Makino. Fuck me!
Well, if you insist. In front of all
Sorry.
these people, though?
Yeah.
Oh
I'm
boy.
Yeah. Usually I prefer to have dinner bought first.
Yeah, that's great. What I'm trying to say is, like,
Yeah.
my name, and then my brain.
It's okay. It's all good. Take your time.
I know.
We'll stop
I'm
the
basically-
drinking.
Yeah. I'm basically just saying, like, my name's Kaede, and I am grateful to have been, like, able to help save the city. Sorry, I can't do the voice today at all.
No, it's all good.
Continue.
I assume you step
I
forward.
was
Oh, yeah.
Whoever's next in line gets like pushed forward slightly.
Yeah, you
probably Mayu.
Yep.
And she's doing that thing where, like, you know when, like, in, like, hospitality, like, they're supposed to, like, stand with their, like, hands behind their backs, and it's all, like, polite. She's sort of doing that, like, awkwardly, and, like, kind of slightly stumbles forward to the, telekinetic shelf.
I was gonna say it's a very subtle, like slight push. So it's like, alright, you next.
It was like
doesn't
she was
wanna make you
about to
stumble.
take a step, and
Yeah.
she stumbles. Like, my name is Mayu Kitsuro, Your Grace. She just kind of like pauses, like she doesn't know what to say.
Which works
she
fine. The little
gives
thing
a
goes back slightly.
she gives a very slight nod, as if you could step back now if you really want to.
She like her face is just like, it's like the shade of red goes up as she's trying to think of what to say, and then like the nod is just like, thank you, and just like steps back a little bit, does the whole like apologetic bow.
Pushes May slightly forward.
Yeah, yeah, May has her, like, her hands, like, in front of her, kind of, like, also in, like, the polite thing, but, like, trying to hide the fact that she's, like, fidgeting with them. And, she, yes, says, May, May Kiyama, I'm, glad that everyone was able to be okay, and then steps back.
And then Haito, when timing is correct, Haito takes his step forward, and he goes, Haito Karasori, at your service. We're glad that it's like, we're glad that we're able to be of service, as we should. As he does like a flourishing bow where his hat like comes down, the staff like leans outwards, and then back into position, making sure that everything goes exactly in the same spot it was before, and then he steps back.
Well then, Kaede Makino, Mayu Kitsuro, Mei Kiyama, and Hayato Karosori, thank you for saving my city and the people that live here. Such heroism should be rewarded, and as such, I am providing to you a small fee of money. A very small chest, is placed in front of you by a couple of off-sided guards that walk through, place it down.
It's like a lottery where we're taxed.
Hmm?
Nothing, continue.
It's already been taken out.
And another one walks forward. And we'll also be giving you residence in the city that you've saved. A lovely little manor called Amber Vale here in this district. As the other man presents a lease document, the ownership of the building, and places it on top of the chest.
May's eyes
why
go
are they-
like really
Yeah.
wide at that.
Yeah, this
I
is a
was gonna
fantasy
say, like-
land. We can own land.
I was going to I was gonna say, like, Maya's kind of got her head bowed in that, like, awkward kind of, like, I'm sorry, I'm so nervous sort of way, you know, like the reverend sort of being polite to, like, people in power sort of thing. As soon as, like, the, like, mention of that, she's just, like, head shoots up, like, looking like she did not expect that. Like, residents? She doesn't say anything, but she's just like in awe.
Yeah, sorry. Can I just make a slight amendment to my thing?
Yeah.
Because I just remembered that basically just like that Atsushi would be with me as well, and she would say,
Yeah.
you know, and this is Atsushi.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah, that
that's
was
the point. Haito would obviously have pickles
And
on
she-
his shoulder the whole time.
And I,
Yeah, and before she backs up, she does like the traditional like Japanese bow.
Yeah, so I have a question, AJ.
Mm.
A chest. Can we turn a chest into a card? I believe we have tried before. If it's like a small chest, would it turn into a card if we tried?
Did we try and do it with the one that had the money in it?
no, it
When
doesn't.
we're trying to split
It doesn't
remember.
become a
the-
card. It actually becomes a deck of cards.
You'll have to find out.
Play Yu-Gi-Oh
That's
with
all
it.
I'll say.
Is this the time you want to test it?
Yeah, but right now, actually, I want to go up to it in the middle of the speech. And then...
Listen, if we could guarantee it would turn into a card, I would absolutely add more flair to this bullshit.
No.
So yeah, she says that she's giving us a place to stay and money.
As, go on.
Is there a pause for us to respond, or is she like continuing on? Because we need to know if it's polite to interject in some way, or if she's gonna keep going.
She pauses for half a second, and then
No.
before someone like speaks up to continue, she continues on for a little bit more and says, "I know that a simple house does not seem quite enough for heroes who have saved our lands, but please, this is the least that we can give you all." And then she does leave room for people to respond.
Thank you very much.
So generous, and thank you so much.
Yeah, this is more than I could have imagined.
Just bows, like, again.
As they're
Insane.
since they spoke, like Haito, like a brief moment where he went to like say something. Since they spoke up, he doesn't. He just like shifts a bit in his stance, and like the hat brim comes down slightly. It's like, no, I'm not. I'm too cool to respond at this moment.
Yeah, Kaide would definitely give like the former proper like thank you, like in return. 100%.
I like cool Kaede just doing
How-
like, you know, the proper thank yous where May and like Maya are at the front, like basically like doing the whole like
It's you know, it's like
bowing, like thank you.
in my mind, it's like receiving an award, but 20 times more people.
What's too far apart for me to like nudge Haito to say something? Like,
He'd
elbow
be
him.
right next to you. If given
Okay, cool. Yeah.
given the order people are stepping forward, and I assume that you'd be 3 and he'd be 4. So
Similar, it's like Mayu and
Yeah, oh, no, I just
Mayu
like
and May
how-
both like come up being like, oh, thank you. Kaede does the whole, you know, we accept the thing, and
Yeah,
Haito just does.
yeah.
It's just like a slight nod, and the brim comes down like kind of like, not like
yeah.
it's like a bow, like I'm trying to say the right word for it, but it's like, you know, you look down a little bit, you give a slight bow, like, thank you for this thing. I'm not going to vocalize anything, but clearly there's a level of like thanks.
Respect.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I am grateful for what you've given me, but I'm not going to say it. I'm
Exactly.
too cool.
Okay.
It's a moment.
It's just like
As long as there was some acknowledgement.
Maya was like kind of overwhelmed at this point. It's very emotional because it's like this is basically them saying they really want us to stay around. Like they're offering home to us. So it's like it's really personal. It's really nice.
as you thank it, it's just like, as you have saved our city, I would like to know that there is always a place for you, regardless if you use this harem maybe once or twice on your travels as you move around this great continent.
Good. There goes your worry.
I will now, if you all would like to say anything to the people that you saved, feel free to speak up.
Looks at Haito.
Yeah, I think my first thing
Looks
is like
exciting.
just double checking to see if Haito's about to say something stupid.
Like all three of our heads are on a swivel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like looks to Kaide, looks to Haito, like strong party members, please.
Brings his fist up to his mouth to cough, and then fucking hear, "So alright, cunts, fucking good at it."
From Pickles, yeah. Yeah. Haito, this is where he turns to address the crowd, obviously. It's the
Yeah.
correct thing to do. And as he does, he bows to the crowd and goes, "Thank you, men and women who have gathered here today. Honestly, we need no reward for our actions we have done. What we did is only what any man or woman would have done in such a time of need. If it was not for the journey we had ahead of us, I would decline all these gifts. But as there is a road ahead we must still strive towards, we graciously accept the reward given to us by the Sultan, and we will put it towards helping defeat the Demon Lord and his minions as fast as possible, so that none may suffer who could avoid it."
With that, a very uproarious cheering, clapping, whistling goes forward as Haito. Actually, Haito, roll a performance check. This is definitely happening, but like, how poised is this boy at this
Well,
time?
I have advantage because of my own cast on myself.
Do you have advantage?
Please don't roll garbage. That is a 16.
Yeah, there is an uproar. People are
Yeah.
whooping and coloring and whistling and clapping, and there's a general relief coming from them as Haito says this.
I think in him saying that, it'd give like Mayu the confidence to sort of stand up and be like, "And we promise that we'll do our best not to let any of you down. We'll keep doing our best."
More
She's sort of like the whole like fist bump thing, like the like that.
Yeah. More
If there's-
cheering and
there's
clapping.
If there's even a slight break in the cheering, I use the final prestidigitation to make the sound of cheering. So people start doing it.
And then everyone else starts cheering again because other people are
Exactly.
cheering.
Exactly, that's the whole
Yeah.
point.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, you two, you gotta say anything, huh? May, Kaide, huh? You gotta address the crowd?
I think initially Kaede was like wondering what you were going to say, but like after like how eloquently you went about how they went about saying that, he feels like there's nothing to add and just is mostly as what she kind of mostly does in these situations. Like while she does keep a sort of formal look and poise to her, she takes a step back. Like not actual
Yeah,
step back, but like in terms of like importance in like the people there. Yeah, thank you, Darren.
Yeah, there's I think May considers you've got this covered, so I think like she'll just do like the small like hand waves or like thank you, but won't say anything.
As the Sultan looks around the crowd as she sort of waves her hand and they all start to fall silent. Your kind words will give us and the world some more hope, young adventurers. Thank you very much. Now, some of these people are not quite comfortable being in a crowd, so we will call the ceremony there. There will be festivities and feasts in the town today for lunch and dinner. Please, the castle will be providing food and drink for all. And show these glorious people how Makana celebrates. As she turns and starts walking back towards the throne, and then beyond that there seems to be a door as several guards start to follow. Cheering once again uprises as you're sort of left alone to return back out if you wish.
Imagine we
as we're
keep that.
as we're leaving, and like we're like close together where we can like whisper to each other. Okay, I want to whisper to Haito, like, was it that obvious? I was nervous.
No, absolutely not. You did a great job. Wait. That's a joke.
I like Myers on the
Can I use my passive?
Being like, oh, you did fine, mate. I think it was me. I totally messed it up. I couldn't think of anything to say.
Oh, good.
You were great.
No.
No.
Please roll deception.
You did great. You did amazing.
You did awesome.
She's sort of like, she believes you.
So Haito's like, you did amazing. Honestly, people were probably too stunned by your beauty to even remember what you did say. It was so profound. Something like that.
Yeah, but I rolled 4
Like-
times today.
Super, like, just usual, like, kind of, someone just said something nice about her like that, and she just goes all, like, silly and giggly, like, and yeah, completely forgets the whole idea of being embarrassed in the crowd. Flattery will get you everywhere.
Yeah. And Haito, as we're leaving, like as we're walking back down the aisle, people are talking and doing things. Haito will do the only correct thing in his mind, which is that you've got to make an appearance. If you're a figure, you've got to make an appearance. So he's stopping constantly on the walk out to like say small words to people who are like trying to get attention, like chatting, shaking hands, like smiling.
Kissing babies.
Like literally the whole work. It's like a walk. It's like small talk. He's like kind of weaving through the crowd because you've got to leave an impression. We're a man of the people. We're not just gonna walk away and just disappear. No, of course not.
We can and we will.
We can
Yeah,
and we will.
As-
Yeah.
As the four of you move back, as Haito is doing what he's doing, the two guards carrying the chest and I forgot what it's called. It's not a lace.
deed.
The deed.
Indeed.
The big deed.
Indeed.
The
Indeed.
deed in the chest, and walking behind you as when you reach the gate, when you reach the doors to the castle once more, Vang joins your group, starts leading you.
Can I try as we're like? Can I try turning the chest into a card? Just like at the Atheneum when there's a little less formal, he's going to try and turn the chest of gold into a card. Does it work?
No.
Okay, he didn't think it would.
But he still uses the magic.
Oh, because he puts his hand out for like the chest and the deed. What he does, clearly, as he thanks the guards for carrying it for them, he just makes some comment like, very important items, I'm glad they're in such great hands. It's like, I'll just, no offense, but I'm going to quickly, I want to have a quick glance at this one as I put my hand on the deed, and the deed just vanishes into a card, and so he slips up his sleeve, and he just winks at the guards.
Yeah. They, if they could clap, they would, but both of their hands are carrying the...
The point is, AJ, to leave an impression.
No, there's certainly an impression being left.
No,
As
don't perceive me.
Vang leads you to Embervale Manor, which is probably about maybe a 5-minute walk away from the castle, sort of in this town centre.
Damn.
And we will catch up, have a bit of an early break because I need to use the bathroom.
That's
Okay.
Yeah, I
fair.
need to do.
There.
Get a catheter. You never need to leave the table.
That's disgusting, Gary.
Oh.
Don't even suggest that.
Mine is
I'm
second
walking
chance.
away.
All I'm saying is, I
Okay.
demand art. If there's no art of Embervale Manor, I'm upset. Of course there's no art.
Gonna reuse the tavern.
Well, my thought is AJ going to use the new D&D 2024 stuff that was released of... What's it
Oh
called?
yeah,
Like,
there was stuff, wasn't there?
Yeah, you can like have a freaking building and stuff like that. Was it 2024?
This is such like a trope though. Hero save the town, get a building based. I want to own property in all places, and then charge
Get the
extremely
premium,
high
we
rent.
still have a mortgage.
Well,
if we have a mortgage to pay, I'm making people pay rent.
But congratulations, that'll be 1,000 gold a month.
I see now.
Bastion. That's what we call the Bastion rules. For Bastion. They're pretty cool, not gonna lie. What level are we again? What level are we?
I'm 6.
Level 6?
6 or 5. Depending on my class.
6 is like the max, I think,
Yeah.
at the moment, yeah.
Yeah, max 6.
I don't know what happened with my throat. I know I was straining it the last couple of days, but I didn't think it'd be this bad.
It's all.
It's a bit weird to explain because it's kind of like how I try to speak is holding it up and it's not wanting to stay up.
That's annoying.
It is, yeah, but I mean that's the pains of genetics.
Straight.
And yeah, like me not getting the voice it just threw me off for that second and third time entirely.
Oh. I took a bunch of Nurofen before because my throat is sore because that's what happens when you stick a piece of metal through your tongue.
Don't do that.
It causes swelling, which then kind of goes down through a little bit. God damn it, baby's crying.
Wow.
It was one single cry. We could be good. We could be good.
The annoying thing is that it probably doesn't sound like too dissimilar to normal, but it feels different.
Yeah.
And that's the part which
I'm
is
not gonna
throwing me
pretend I
off.
understand.
Yeah.
That sucks. It's like I said, like catching, like.
Kinda. But I mean, I don't think I was gonna do anything extra with Kaede anyway. Like I was going to play her as like a kind of take that sort of lead position, say a few things, but like once Haito gets started, she just takes that step back and lets him go with it.
The stoic
It'll
party
be
leader.
opener
In a way.
for the main event.
Yeah.
I'll say it as well. I told Tez, like when you guys were like, thank you. I was seconds away from like just declining all rewards. Of being, literally just being like doing the same. We need no reward for actions. What we did is what any man would. But literally, he was going to follow it up with take all the gold you would have given us and give it to those who lost loved ones before we were able to arrive and defeat the foe. It's
Mate,
like
you need money.
that's exactly. Hato's the one who needs all the money, and he was going to decline all of it because it's part of the show. It's like
I absolutely would not have allowed you to do that.
like,
And then we would have had to look like assholes to be like, no, we will take it. Please.
It'd like take my share specifically, because then it's like, if we're going for a competition of who the public loves the best, it's gonna fucking be me.
I don't care. You can play the public opinion game. That's not my game.
Absolutely, Haito's game.
My game is progress, not opinion. Actions do speak louder than words.
So we're gonna party, apparently.
Party.
You gonna party?
Well, that's what they're doing. BRB, I'm gonna stick this
The
dummy
party?
in his baby's mouth so that no. That part of my life's over.
Oh, but you can do it again.
Party.
And like,
Party, you wanna have a party?
Get wasted.
Got a party harder. I'll say the new Bastion. If you haven't looked at the Bastion rules, they're very cool. I'm a big fan of them.
Bastion.
Yeah, the new Bastions in the new DMG.
No, no.
It is pretty cool. Like I said, they recommend around 5th level, you give the party the Bastion, if it's in the game, and essentially every 2 weeks, your Bastion has like a Bastion turn where it can do its own like little jobs and stuff.
Okay.
And yeah, I really freaking like it. There's ways you can make money with them. You can make magic items and stuff. You can build
That's
a
a low
teleportation
initiative count.
circle.
That's a low initiative count.
What's the low initiative count?
2 weeks.
Yeah, there's once every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, they can basically take a Bastion turn. But if you can't communicate with your Bastion, then they take the same action. Though there is, I think, a rule where if you don't communicate with your Bastion like 4 times in a row, then it gets abandoned, and like the people who you have working there just leave.
Base.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Are you back? God, I want snackies. I just want shapes.
Shapes are pretty good.
I prefer circles. Personally.
That is the shape.
That's just
Yeah.
It's just a crack, okay?
I prefer just the one shape.
Yeah.
I don't need several.
Shapes with multiple sides? Fuck you,
I-
there's one side.
Just
So,
lines. Like lines. I cannot eat any shapes except for barbecue shapes. Pizza shapes are off the menu, but apparently barbecue shapes are all good.
what about savory? That's just salt.
I don't think I've had
I think they have
shapes
cheese
since I was
powder
in
on them.
school.
You'd think the barbecue would have cheese powder on them, but they don't.
The cheese ones definitely cheese.
Powder.
Chicken crimpies have chicken powder. Pretty sure.
Piece.
I don't think the savory shapes have chicken powder.
Oh, I
Cheese
just cheese
powder.
powder. Yeah, you might be right, honestly. I'm not sure.
I think it's
I
just
don't really
salt.
like them ones very much.
It does say cheese,
No, they
milk,
don't.
solids, and salt. It's got cheese,
Oh,
salt.
there you go. Can't have that then.
Alright. Users have left this channel. Guess we have to quit, guys.
Oh no.
No, they're gonna see all the cool notes I have and what's in Haito's inventory.
A shape.
Nah, a line.
I have so many fucking items in my
Just a line.
inventory.
It was actually your abilities tab. I'll see all the cool abilities you have.
Added pretty cool abilities. Temporal awareness is a great one. Add intelligence modifier to initiative rolls. Would be really cool if my dex wasn't a fucking 0.
Could be better.
I mean, if you have 20 dex, 20 int, then your initiative multiplier is plus 10.
Get alert.
Then you get alert.
Yeah,
Makes it fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I always go first. Character.
And then multiclass will get into one that uses a different ability.
Nah, because the rules say if 2 things give the same, you always take which is the better, and they can't overlap.
Don't on customs ranger to get the ability where you get advantage.
Oh,
Or the
barbarian.
new fighter, new champion fighter has one of those.
Oh,
Okay, all that.
Listen, action surge, more magic. So I'm saying.
It's no.
What do you mean no?
That's not. Oh wait, action surge. Yes, that's how it works.
no, just
Yeah.
no.
I was sorry. I was thinking of multi attack
Ooh, action surge,
or
more
extra
magic.
attack.
Imagine taking Eldritch Knight as a wizard and then using extra attack to like fire a crossbow and then shoot magic.
What if it was a
just
magic
do-
crossbow?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's just a gun.
No,
I'll say one thing.
Technology crossbow.
One thing the new DMG AJ that I
Mm.
noticed, I was looking at stuff about it, they lowered the price of magic ammunition massively.
Interesting.
There's a thing because they have listed like suggested prices for some magic items.
Mm.
With the magic ammunition, they're like, yeah, they should generally be sold in bundles of 10, and the price for a bundle of 10 should be equivalent to that rarity's cost for a potion. So, like, a common bundle of magic ammunition should cost about 50 GP for 10 of them, or uncommon would be a 500 GP for 10 shots, which is way better than if you run the standard, like, cost table for rarity, because it's like one arrow can sometimes cost 500 gold.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think I've ever
Way
run.
better.
I don't think I've ever run that though. I think I've always been like an arrow is like a +1 arrow is like a gold.
Oh, even like a fire arrow or something. Like, those are only uncommon, I believe. They're not like rare. But yeah, it's an awesome change, because having rules on suggested pricing helps GMs a fuckload.
Well, they did that. It wasn't suggestive enough.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, you all make it to the manor.
We're at the manor.
As you enter, Vang opens the door and lets you through. It seems to be a very nice house, very large. It seems to be about 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, kitchen, and like general seating area. It seems to be 2 floors, and it's very nice compared to a lot of the other buildings. It's probably given the title manor for a reason. It seems to be a bit pricey. Made out of most of it is this very nice orangey yellow sandstone that's obviously been smoothed on the inside, so it doesn't scratch your hands as you run your fingers on the walls. But then it's accentuated this very light, very fine wood.
Ooh.
As you walk in the area, there is a jug of ice water with the lemons in it, and you can see a very nice, probably middle-aged gnome-ish woman wearing very serviceable clothes, cleaning up. And it's like, oh, hello, you must be the heroes.
Hi, Toad. Fine. Hero's a bit much, honestly. Hi, I'm sorry, we're not made aware of that anyone was actually an employee here yet.
Yes, I am Maria. I come with the home. I'm here to help you. I'm simply here to look after the house while you are here and while you are away. Make sure it is clean, the plants are watered, and anything that you would like me to upkeep while you are gone.
Well, I thank you dearly for your service that you have rendered to us, and you will in the future.
Gives a nod.
Lovely to meet you. She like gives her a little polite bow.
What was the name again?
Maria.
Okay.
Wow, okay, wow.
It's okay. I didn't think of a last name. Just
No,
thinking of it now.
I just didn't hear.
Just Maria.
I just didn't hear the first part properly.
I thought it started with an R. It was like Ranina or something.
Space.
And she was, what did you say? She was a gnome?
Forest Rock Deep.
Rock. She is, as I said, probably about middle-aged for a gnome. So probably somewhere in their mid-80s. They're probably indistinguishable from a human in their 40s, sort of deal.
Yeah.
Slight wrinklage on the skin, which seems to be very olivey, and black hair that's starting to grey in spots. That's nice and neatly tied up, and then with a you wouldn't really. It's weird to say elegant, but like an elegant handkerchief to like cover the top half of it, you know. Like that design. It's like he's like. That's typically not elegant, but she's pulling it off, and the handkerchief looks very nice.
Little trace of silk on the edges of it, some lace.
Yeah. But yeah, she's wearing very like serviceable but simple clothing. And she's just like, as you sort of sit down, the two guards place the chest on the table and give a bow with one hand in front, one hand behind, bow as they exit. As she sort of walks over, it's like, genuinely, I'm here most mornings and afternoons to cook breakfast and dinner if that is a service that you require, and I physically come into the house every other day for cleaning. Unless of course there's anything else I need to do, then we can discuss that in the future.
Absolutely. Well, I think, given we have a new home, perfect opportunity right now is to have a look around.
Well then, follow me. She gets up. Vang sort of gives a nod and just starts sitting down in one of the armchairs. This downstairs, like, sort of living room-esque area has 2 armchairs, a large sofa in the middle that could probably sit about 3 people. Very nice table made out of what looks like very fine wood. Some cabinetry that is currently empty but can be filled up with whatever you want, and a sort of like 2 hobby cabinets that like sort of are like you could use as bookshelves, and then like a proper cabinet that opens, has doors very stout and wide. In this downstairs area, like, this is the recreational area. You can rest, relax. There isn't a. Oh no, there would be. There is a small fireplace enclosed in like one of the last wall that's remaining. There's some wood in there. It's quite difficult to get, but luckily this house maintains its heat throughout the night, and only on very cold evenings you'll need to use the fireplace. She walks up, like, this is sort of descended a step. She walks up a step back to like the main flooring area. Immediately behind it is your dining area, a table that can probably sit about 6 to 10 people. If you get more chairs, there's only 6 there, but there's enough room on the table to have more people there if you get more chairs. More cabinetry, and behind that seems to be a kitchen that has very good equipment, a storage room on one end, another door, 2 doors on one wall. One seems to be a storage room / pantry, the other one seems to be leading into a laundry-esque area with cleaning tubs and all that. The downstairs bathroom she leads you to next has a sectioned off toilet area and a proper bathing area with a shower and a bath. And it's just like, there's about that back if you need to get water for this. There is a tank for the shower.
May looks very excited at the bath.
Same. It's like, it's been a really long time since. I don't think, like, I'm sure we've bathed, like, rudimentary bathing, like, with just water and whatever, but I don't think any of us have been able to have, like, an actual proper bath. Yeah, she's like, she stops in front of there and it's just like, oh.
The last
I know.
The last owners had a bit of money before they, I believe they passed, for what I can tell. But they did have some of my kin have a look at a couple of things here, and this can
please be haunted.
This can have hot water if you wish for it to do. She
wow!
2 taps.
So yeah, so it's like a proper like bath and shower, like modern system.
Modern society, we are so bad.
So like, just super excited.
Pseudo-modern. You
Yeah,
still have to fill out like the tank outside for the shower, head to work.
Yeah,
and
we're getting closer.
And bring buckets of water in to fill the bath, but they do have heating functions.
My first plan is to get a proper pipe system.
we can cast create water.
I was about to say, we just cast create water. or just like control water, just like funnel the water straight from the well into the tank.
I want a piping system with control water fully on that.
Going to get an enchanted item to trap a water weird for the express purpose of filling up our water tank. What is your job? You fill the tub.
Oh no! Oh god!
Oh my god.
She then
Thank you.
she then leads you down to this small area, sort of near the front doorish, where there are two rooms, two bedrooms there for two people. They have very, I won't say simple furnishings because it is a bit of a bougie house. There is a very good,
A little bit lavish.
there's a little bit lavish. There's a queen size bed, but it's very, the decorations here are very bare. The cabinetry, the bed, and all the furniture present is very fine and well made, but it's very bare on its own without any touch of anyone there.
Just
Doesn't
realized
have any
how big.
personality yet.
No.
Yeah.
I just realized how big a queen size bed is for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking huge.
It's a lot of space.
But yeah,
A
there's,
child single would probably be the equivalent of a regular queen for you.
Oi.
there's and there's
So
two.
it's with the 3-person bed.
Yeah, there's two bedrooms here. She leads you upstairs. The stairs sort of go behind the last bedroom in the hallway there, and they climb up. Up the top there, immediately the two rooms on the left-hand side of the staircase are two more bedrooms. On the right, there is another bathroom. This one is very much just a toilet, sink. I need to go to the toilet in the middle of the night, and I'm upstairs, and I don't want to go to the big bathroom downstairs, sort of thing.
That's pretty fancy. That's nearly like an ensuite.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna shit in the chute.
And on top of where the rest area was down below is another one sort of there, but this one's very much barren. There's not much there. It's just the floorboards and one or two pieces of cabinetry furniture, shelving and all that. Just we're unaware of what you wanted this room to be, so we've left it with a few amenities, but feel free to make this whatever you wish. A library, another a workstation, or something of the like. It is up to you.
You can turn it into the secret planning room.
And,
Where we
Where
plan
we plan.
things.
In secret.
Yes!
Mm.
It's alright.
and this is the tour. This is our house.
Well, we have a lot to do here, it looks like. Is Vang still waiting for us by the entrance too? Sorry, you go, Tez.
Then
She said, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just spent the whole tour just being starry-eyed.
Yes.
No, he's having his ice cream.
Vang is sitting on the sofa,
Yeah, he's enjoying
head,
Hanging out.
head back on the sofa. Eyes are covered by the big floppy wizard hat.
Yeah, Hato was
For
going
what
to
I can hear
appreciate
is
the
the
floppy hat. Hato's still wearing the hat too, because he realized there's a lot of uses for a large wide brim hat, especially when you're cosplaying as a wizard.
You just realize, oh fuck, I gotta keep the image up.
No, it's listen, I can do the cool, stereotypical things. Someone says something that you want to, oh, there's grave news that comes through, easy. Just take a single grip at the brim of the hat, pull it down slightly so they can't see your eyes. It's perfect. That's all you need to do. Don't have to say anything. It says everything it needs to say.
And if you're delivering the news, you can take it off and clench it against your chest, looking down.
Yeah, you kneel down to the small child, it's like, I'm sorry, child.
Your dad's dead. I killed him by accident with my fireball.
Because it's a soft,
I'm not
it's
on a
the
vacation wizard.
because he went for the soft, the soft tip hat. You can also do things like you're delivering something of grand importance, prestidigitation, flare it up, the cloak goes back, the hat rears up around, point going to full height, everything, all the extra. It's more than a costume.
You're like the person that just made a last minute gimmick purchase and is now getting too attached to it.
Exactly. Thank you. You understand.
Look, I spent
Makes
$3
me
on
proud.
the hat. I have to use.
I gotta use it now. And you wanted
What am
to
I
give
gonna
up the house?
No, I was going to give up the gold. I was going to keep the house. Duh.
I don't know. It sounded like you wanted to give away the
See?
house.
Which, how much gold did we actually get? This is out of character.
You haven't
None.
checked
Vang
yet.
stole it all. Yeah.
You haven't checked yet.
Well, we're gonna check now. We're gonna talk to Vang and we're gonna count the money, obviously.
If it's not an even number, Vang took a couple coins, and honestly, he gets to keep them.
Yes.
Yeah, I assume once we've done our tour of the house, and with all the pleasantries, I guess like we head back downstairs.
Yo, what's up, Vang? How's it hanging in his house?
No, it's the our house. It's
In
ours.
the owl house?
Yeah,
no,
close enough.
Oh no, we'll get sued.
Fuck.
They'll cancel us. Oh god.
The grey house.
Magpie house.
The Crummer Bird.
Anyway,
Surely the Magpie House.
Yeah, as you sit down, so do you talk to Vang or just
No.
sort of acknowledge
I mean,
him?
he's
we just sit down
Of
and
course.
like, well, that was I guess I wasn't expecting this much of a reward. This is a lot. This is amazing.
I mean, considering you saved the city from total destruction, very least she could probably have done.
This is one place within it. Makes sense.
I
It was
mean,
very generous, and I love it.
yeah, it's amazing. Since we arrived, we haven't really had a place to put our hat down, so to speak. Well, I guess kind of literally now. So
Bought
it's
a hat
Yeah,
for
well, you
that
can do that
reason,
now.
didn't you?
I bought hats for several reasons, but that is also one of them. So now I guess we're not going to be limited by the cards we carry around. We could always leave a few things here we don't need to carry everywhere with us. We should get a vault. We should get a vault, and we should steal that book and lock her in the vault with the book, so she can write her book in peace without running away. Never mind. It's like just turns back to Vang. So, you're hanging out, yeah?
What the fuck?
It's like off the cuff decided like, oh yeah, we can like totally secure that book somewhere safe now inside our new manor and like lock it up. Amazing.
I think May was with you until you said and put her in it as well. I was like, no,
And you lost me.
that's kidnapping.
Listen, she'll go where the book goes. It's not like we're going to have to ask her. She'll chase after it. Listen, it's a joke at the moment.
At the
Anyway,
That's an actual laugh out of me.
Yeah, so Vang, you're hanging around. I'm assuming this is either because you want to get out of the street and stop having to deal with, public appearances, or is there something more that is expected of us today that you're here to inform us about?
I'm moving in.
I was asked to lead you all through the procession, and figured that you would like someone to remain that you want to talk to, just in case. I was about to head off, in all honesty, when you were finished with your tour, if you had nothing more on the matter you wish to speak with.
I would maybe like to ask something. What? Hang on a sec. Out of character. Who's that? The person who took the book again?
Z?
What was her name?
Z.
Z. That's right.
Z. Z Lunar Blade. Actually, I don't know if we
Blade.
I
A
don't
little
know her
concerned
last
about
name.
Z Lunablade. Have you seen her around recently? We spoke to her, and let's just say on the last mission that we went on with her, we got a book, and the book is most likely a little cursed. Anyone who reads it gets cursed. Originally we were going to keep it. She insisted on borrowing it for a little bit. She's been reading it. We've been keeping an eye on her, but she's acting a little strange. A little cursed. And we were just wondering if you could maybe just if you see her, maybe just if she seems to be acting kind of funny. Like we're just concerned, and we just thought that maybe you should know as well, being your position. I'm sure it's nothing too serious, but felt like maybe you should know that.
Well, I'll let the other attendants know to see if there's anything of note of interesting to her. The amount of adventurers that go through it, I don't have particularly much time to pay attention to everyone, but given that information, I'll make sure someone is keeping check on her.
I'll say something that might pique your interest, though. The book she has is one that contains potentially lost histories, and from what we know, is on par in terms of power with, well, some of the relics that we have been sought out to find.
Sort of sits up his his hand starts like stroking his chin. So, right, then we should definitely have a look, keep an eye on her for that.
Yeah, she's trying to I'll say she's not reading the book out of selfish reason. She's trying to transcribe the histories from that book to another book, because one of the downsides of it is, as she was aware when she started reading it, when you read it, it curses you. If you break the curse, you forget everything that is in the book. So her goal was to transcribe all of the information to another book that isn't cursed, in hopes that, she can stop this lost information from being lost for good.
I wish that we'd never given her the book in the first place.
I mean, we kind of took a job with her to help her find the book, so in reality it wasn't ours to take. It was the fact that we got so much from it is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, what is the comparison? How is she different?
She called Aquila a peasant.
She was very
close to her, Kaide. What would you say?
Well, from initially, while maybe a little bit quippy, wasn't really in a sort of aggressive stance towards others. It seems to be since having that book, almost aggravated, like easily is what I'd say. Dedicated to probably what I would assume a bit of an extreme amount to getting this written down somewhere else. Even just looking through just to see what they've done, they didn't like me being anywhere near them. Which I want to at least assume, from my rough understanding of how interactions went beforehand, was never the case.
Yeah, she seemed quite nice and casual before, and I don't know, it was almost like we were disgusting to her, which was very different to how she was before.
Maybe.
Yeah.
She called
like that.
She called Aquila a peasant.
Mm.
There seems to be some sort of personality effect then. Okay. Well, I'll let you know if anything happens, and if something requires for me to step in and separate her from the book, I'll also make you aware of that as well. For now, I'll just keep an eye on her.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Given the nature of the item, we were worried about telling too many people about what it is. But we thought if anyone in the city we can trust with that information, of course it would be you, Vang.
He gives a nod. She starts he does the thing of stretching to get up, but he doesn't stand up, he just floats.
You gotta stretch those magic muscles.
The level of extra that is great.
You all did quite well for your first time in a ceremony like that. And once again, I'd like to extend my thanks for what you've done to the city. If you need anything, let me know.
Thank you so much.
Makes his way to the door.
Thank you for keeping an eye on us. It's greatly appreciated.
Gives a nod and he goes out. With the tour and the ceremony and all that, it's probably about an hour. It's around 1 p.m. As you are now by yourselves in the in your house.
So we have a bath.
We have a bath. We have a shower.
Oh, how many baths were in there? I'm assuming it's just the one, or is it like full Japanese style, like big bath?
Oh yeah.
Is it like, I'm assuming, is it just like a sort of standard like bath and shower, or is it like a Japanese sort of style where it's like big bath?
Yeah, it's a bath and it's a bath that like a very nice looking metal bath with some like runes along the bottom of it, with a tap that leads to a shower head above it. But obviously you can fill the bath with buckets up yourselves.
It's a one-person bath. I getcha. Well, so out of like all of the people that like, as we went past the bath, like, I'm assuming everyone sort of looked at it like, ooh, bath. But I'm
Everyone
assuming,
went, oh wow, a shower.
yeah,
I'm surprised they even have
assuming-
that.
May was the one who was kind of like the most like, oh my god, when we went through.
Yeah, I think that May would have like had a more vocal reaction. What's your passive insight?
Oof. Passive insight. Where do we? I know passive perception. Passive insight.
That's
What's your
Well, yeah,
insight
what-
bonus?
Insight's like +6.
So
That's
6.
a really good insight.
oh
yeah.
okay, yeah.
Was it 20 get me? I'm joking. I'm not the context.
You. How do I say this?
With words.
Thank you.
Preferably in English.
Alright, you get the idea that
Spanish.
when she saw the bath, it's like she had an idea, but that wasn't for herself.
Okay.
It was not like I can have a bath. Like I can use the bath for something.
It was like a light bulb went off and I was like, oh, I could do this.
Yeah, but they're like, oh, there's a bath here. Oh, there's a bath here.
I can bathe
That
the
like that
cat.
means
I was gonna say you're gonna clean out.
Clean
yeah.
away the demon.
The amount of
magic.
time that he goes fucking down, he's clean every time.
Oh,
It's really fun when Christine
The blood
knew.
doesn't stay.
very little blood on him because he just comes back afresh.
Oh no, there's a lot of blood on him. It's just not his blood.
I like to think my fingers are stained.
Don't you? You're not wearing gloves?
Fingers gloves, baby.
Or does it seep through the gloves?
Absolutely fingerless gloves. Are you kidding me?
well,
Yeah, fair.
I honestly feel like going for a small shop and just buying a few things. If you guys don't mind me doing that.
Well, speaking of shop,
I
we have a box of gold.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the right money.
I'll have it wait. Take your time.
That's okay. You can just sit here.
Try just like, no, we should all have this and have a look at this after dinner.
When everyone's ready to look at this, we'll look at it. It's not going anywhere. We live here.
Haito flips his card of his current gold, holds it up in his hand, flicks it, and is holding 6 gold pieces. He goes, "I'd like to look at it now, personally."
Oh, Kaito.
Being used is expensive.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I do it to myself. I do have 3 spells to copy into my spellbook, so that is kind of my fault for buying everything. Gold.
Let's check this
Let's look
out.
at the
She
No,
shop.
says as she
I
opens it up.
Like, look, I have some spare
No.
if you need it.
Can I, while like most of this is like happening
wait,
as
how much
well,
How much does each spell cost again?
depends on the level.
Too much.
It's like 50.
Yeah, well, yeah,
then
it's just like, yeah, it's
100,
like saying
then,
it out loud.
200.
Just be like, oh, like, okay, like, how much would you need then? And she turns like her coin card into like a pouch, and it's like a hefty pouch.
If you give me gold, I will throw it in the well.
Can I, while like most of this conversation is happening, because I was just having a look to see if like what exactly I had on me. Could I have sleight of hands taken off like the patches of the 2 pouches of 100 GP and just slid them like within that chest? Or like
That's
like
up
almost
to,
as an-
that's your slide versus everyone's
yeah,
passive perception.
that's what I want to do.
Go ahead.
I mean, I'll say like that. Haito is clearly distracted with Meg. So Meg's like, "Oh, I have money." He's like, "No."
Like I
I'll
know
take your
this
money.
guy. This guy doesn't like accepting money, but he doesn't know that this is a thing. So it's like it's a part of what we got.
I think
Wait, you have,
like
you have the gem pouch as well, don't you?
Yeah, but I'm gonna keep that one for now.
I think that like Maya was the only one who was like, alrighty, let's open this thing. So she'd probably be the only person that you have to like.
It's only 11.
So what else?
not-
Meg
it's
was
not a
also
good
fully
roll.
Distracted by Haito.
I know. I only just beat you. It's like you're putting it in as she turns around, like, oh, hey, let's do it.
And I was like, you clock her, and like she notices. She just has like the finger up to her lips. She's like a,
Kind of like nods, just in agreement, like with it. It's sort of a little confused, but like, okay, I'll go along with this.
So
What
with
the idiot know?
what, another 200 gold.
yeah, no, 200 gold.
There's
Yeah.
there's 6,200 gold in there.
Wow.
Jesus Christ!
6,200 gold.
Like,
6,200
yeah, like, so
gold. Yeah.
like they're talking about that. Like Maya is like sees you do that, kind of just like does a nod, and then just goes like, okay, I'm swell up and see that. Oh my god!
Yeah, no, it's a lot of
That's a
money,
strange amount.
Guys.
That's what a strange amount of gold.
but it's an even
like-
number.
The idea that you two are still like doing the whole like, no, I can give you the money sort of thing, and he's like, guys,
Yeah.
guys, I don't think you have to worry about that. I don't think we have to worry about
Like-
that for a bit.
He's like, "No, mate, it's okay. I can handle
This
my
helps
expenses. It's all right."
chest. There's like 6. There's
Yes.
there's a lot of money in here.
He gets Haito who turning us. Listen, it's going to be okay. It's okay. It is okay. He looks at the gold.
Oh damn, this is fine.
Splitting that 4 ways is apparently 1,550 gold each now.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Even.
You're welcome.
Even split.
Yeah, like I'm saying, like it's exactly even number, so no one can be suspicious. Why are you suspicious?
6,200. It's a strange denomination to be putting it in. But
I mean, it could be
whatever.
worse. It could be 6,103.
Who am I to
Like,
question?
I was just like, 6,000 would be the most optimal thing. That's only 1,500 gold each. Why don't they give an extra 50? Something is afoot.
hold on, quick. We must go to the banks of this.
We should
Don't
give
shoot a gift horse in the mouth.
That's the
I need
invoice.
the receipts.
we should give 200 back just to be fair. Doesn't make any sense for us to have it.
Uh,
But, yeah, clearly there was a clerical error.
Coins don't count money.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely going shopping now.
Yeah.
When did they say the was the big like celebration festival thing that was happening just all day, or was that something that was happening in the evening? I can't
For
remember.
lunch and dinner.
Oh boy.
think- It's happening now as we left.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm not dressed for this. I'm dressed for this. I'm just. I'd like to look a little bit nicer, but I was gonna. Oh well, that's fine. She's just like kind of trying to like fix her hair and stuff.
Just from what you could gather from if you've asked anyone, it's not like a full-on festival. It's simply like
It's over there.
it's just people are getting the day off and they're getting their lunch and dinner meals compensated by the city.
They're gonna make a public holiday
okay.
after you.
So are the shops
Oh,
open then?
Depends on the shop. We'll have to find out.
Do they charge public holiday rates now?
Why would they charge for? They don't. Why would they price gouge the people? It's kind of fun.
I know, right? I agree.
They do it at restaurants on Mother's Day.
As much as it feels kind of uncomfortable taking the day off, maybe we just go out and just try to have a little bit of fun.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
am.
if there's going to be lots of shops open, but it'd be fun to go and have a look and yeah.
I feel like also if we stayed inside the whole time during the festival, it would kind of be a bit of a faux pas. So we definitely have to go out and be seen enjoying the revelry with everyone else.
Okay.
Remind me the definition of faux pas.
Let's get wasted.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh, okay. I feel like we skipped a couple steps there.
Nope.
No, he's from the right country.
I've skipped a total of 0 steps. That's exactly what we should be doing.
From just making sure our presence is known to getting wasted.
Join the revelry. Only logical thing to do. Yeah, we're gonna we've got the money. Shop's gonna be closed. This is no time to be copying spells to my spell book. This is time to be going out and having a good time, people. So he's like, hat on, staff out, going out. Like, let's get wizard fucked up.
I think as we go out, Mayu would like to see if she can find any places that sell like nice like fragrances and soaps and just like things like that.
Yeah, you can
Bath
find.
products.
You can definitely find those types of places, and get that stuff. Bath
Cool.
bombs, good soaps,
Oh
oils.
yeah. Just she's gonna go kind of all out with it, like so there's enough like for anyone who really wants to have a bath or a shower or whatever, and they just want like certain like smells. Like she won't just go with ones that she likes. She'll go with ones that she thinks that Kaide and May might like, and something like that Haito might like. So there's something that's a little bit more like masculine.
Musky.
Yeah, something that like I don't really know. Just like she's just trying to get like a range so that everyone has something, and it's not just
We're gonna
fruit
put labels on
flavors
people.
or whatever, like vanilla scents and whatever. Like just So I don't mind dishing out a bit more, like dishing a decent bit of money out on that.
Yeah, if you want to get a good set of fragrances and really like dole it out, I'd say probably about 20 gold for some of these high-end things.
Yep. Done.
Instead of labeling people, we're just gonna put them to a fragrance.
I don't know how I got this, but
Everyone.
this one says Lynx. I think you really like it, Hyde.
Oh, he's
Yo!
a nice kind of guy. She'd be like, it's just that like when you get like a silly amount of money and you just go somewhere that you're like excited to spend money in, and you have like a big bag full of stuff at the end.
Splurge.
She just goes for just a little crazy shop. But yeah.
Yes, I just got my pay this week. I'm going to spend everything and then have no money.
I've been there, done that. But
Yeah.
like other than that, I'll just leave that as my one shopping for today.
Yeah, Haito goes looking for the place that has like the where people are definitely having some kind of revelry, drinking, eating, having a good time. That involves money, because he bursts through the door in his wizardly glory, staff and hat, making the entrance, rips the hat off, slams 50 gold down on the counter, and just goes, "Drinks are on me!" And then
That's amazing.
yeah, and then that's how he pretty much spends the rest of the event, unless someone else comes looking for him. He just
I
spends
think-
it having like, with
I
people.
followed you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
the-
ex snuck off for a little bit to get the soaps, and then like met them there, and like they're probably like a couple of drinks in by that point. And she's just like, oh,
Yeah, I think May might have poked her head into a couple shops like on the way, but I don't buy anything yet because I want to work out exactly what I need. But I'm curious. In the house, there was like basic furnishing and stuff. Was there any like there was like cabinets and drawers and stuff? Was there any like shelving on the wall, like hung up?
yeah, there's a couple of shelves in each room.
So good.
What was your 50 gold for, Hatter? Just so. I'm not-
Moonshine.
Oh, alcohol.
Oh,
like he's
alcohol.
going to like an inn or a tavern of some kind.
Drinks
People are
only.
currently drinking, and he slams the money down. He bursts in the door, like prestidigitation stuff to have the wind blow as he walks in. So everyone notices because he has to. Rips the hat off, slams 50 gold down in the bar, and just shouts, "Drinks are on me."
As you, as you do, the bartender sort of leans in and whispers like, "Are you sure the city's compensating all purchases of alcohol for the day?"
It's
Also,
all
you
good.
need that money. She like whispers in his ear.
He's like, "It's all good. It just, it's part of it's part of the day,
Gives a nod. Is like, "I'm not gonna take that free money."
Exactly.
Just
And
takes
to the people who are here, one of the 4 represented heroes just showed up and bought an entire building's worth of people alcohol. It's like,
also
it might have
you're
been free
tipping the
anyway.
waiter. You're tipping the entire like staff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, count it as a tip.
After people have gotten sufficiently drunk, as the people have been drinking, having a great time, Haito comes up with a great idea of he puts down a 10 gold bet if anyone can guess the flavor of a drink he buys, and he uses prestidigitation to change the flavor of the drink to like something really weird.
You're a
So,
shaman.
like, no. It's like he changes the flavor. They drink the drink. They guess the flavor. If they're wrong, he's like, "Nah, next person." He makes it taste like something from our world. I don't know what, like fucking
Fanta.
watermelon Slurpee or
Fruity
something. Oh,
Lexia.
Fanta.
Fruity motherfucking Lexia.
Oh, it's gotta be free Lexia. You're right. It's goon.
Trust me, it doesn't make you sexier.
I'm just gonna throw another like 10 gold away because he's assuming at some point someone will guess it because it's not like insane.
I think
Yeah,
like
and also if it's like a branded thing, if they like guess the ingredients or like get the vibe, it
Yeah,
counts.
yes, that's
Like,
it.
if you make it fancier, they're like some sort of orange drink.
But yeah, that's the whole. It's like he has a good time, revels, and
Coca-Cola.
enjoys. Yeah, he's like any purchases he plans on making that can wait for tomorrow while he's nursing a hangover.
like Maya walks in on him doing this. Like she's walked in, he's like, "No, next person." And she's just like, having fun."
Yes.
Maya, come
person.
hang out.
Okay.
Do you want to guess?
Yeah. Okay. She has a drink, and if it's Fruity Lexia, she's not going to know because she
Yeah.
has like maybe 1% experience with alcohol, and it was all in this world.
I use a Starbucks.
She'd just be like,
It's
that's a very interesting flavor. is it like it's like is it like a weird alcohol made out of like I don't know, gasoline?
Gasoline. Like, no, but it does kind of taste like that. You're not wrong.
A little bit. I think I'm gonna go get myself another drink. Thank you.
Yeah, that's how Haito spends the festival. Getting shit faced. What is Kaide doing? That's the question.
I was just waiting just in case someone had something to add on.
Kaede sits in her bedroom, closes the blinds, and takes a sleep.
I'm done.
I'll be in my room, making no noise and pretending
I-
that I don't exist.
I'm a tiny bit nauseous also, so just give me a moment.
No, that's good.
As I just thought.
Yeah.
I imagine that first bit, like as people are like leaving, Kaede probably takes that like initial like sort of steps with people, but then just I guess hesitates for a little bit. Like as everyone leaves, she'd probably just mostly like go like back through her stuff, like double like check everything as like a kind of a normal-esque sort of situation. It's what's kind of become her little mantra to think about what to do next. Is just to make sure she's well supplied with what she has. I imagine then, after a delay of like half an hour to an hour, she would head out. But her way of interacting is probably more distant than the others. Like, she kind of has that sort of. The best way to put it is like sort of social mask. It's like, you know, when you're walking around, like people coming up to you, like talking to you. She makes things brief and like pretty, like, you know, have a chat, move on, have a chat, move on. I don't think she'd be the kind of person to fully like agree to like do a particular thing or take part in like something major. Like maybe if like there's like a little like sort of someone like, offering this or that, like she might say yes, like she might join in for like a conversation, but I don't know. I think to her this still feels very alien.
Are you going to the bar?
She wanders around. Maybe she like comes across the place that is where you all are, because it's probably the noisiest.
Definitely.
If you spend
And there's
like,
fireworks going off outside from Itis.
Yeah.
if you spend like any amount of time there, Maya is probably going to try and approach you with a like she has like it's like a drink that she's gotten that's kind of like it's sort of like something stupid that she tried to make in the past. Not non-alcoholic, but it's like maybe this one's a little alcoholic, but it's like I don't know. She probably like experimented with like some weird freaking like rose water or something to make a drink one time, and it actually turned out good. Like she went through a stage of like going through trying to make like fancy drinks, and this was the only one that was like semi-decent. So she's going to like try and approach you with that and be like, want a drink?
I'm probably not feeling too much alcoholic, like in the sense like just assuming it's an alcoholic drink straight away. Like
I can get one done without if you want. That's no problem.
sorry, say that one again.
It's alright. I can get one done without if you want. Like, it doesn't have to be alcoholic. I can just go get another one.
Sort of the briefest pause, maybe not like properly like notable, but then like she kind of like nods, like yeah, if without would be nice, thank you.
Yay!
Yeah, just
And
sort of like
she-
seeing you like sort of happily like sort of move around, like a little smile there.
Yeah, she's like goes and gets you like a version of it that doesn't have the alcohol. It's like, I don't know if this is going to be exactly the same as the monstrosity that I made that time, but let's try her out. And she takes a drink and it's just like, okay, this is way better.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I trust your judgment.
It's like experienced like drink makers, I guess, like as opposed to me doing that and not knowing what I was doing, but
Yeah, it's all a bit of a science at the end anyway. I'm sure you did your best to make it as best as possible. And yeah, she takes it. She has a drink of it. Is it actually good?
yeah, I'd
Okay,
say like yeah, it's like I'm assuming that because it's made in like a bar with people that know what they're doing, it's probably a fair bit better than the thing that she made.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll happily like sort of drink that, and then she's like, so it takes that moment to like probably I guess from looking at you looks towards like what the others are doing, and you just sort of in that kind of observer mode, like you've probably seen her in this mode pretty often, where she's just kind of not. You wouldn't pin it as distant, but you wouldn't pin it as in like a want to engage. It's that sort of weird thing, I guess, just from a brief outset, where it's like she's just sort of taking it in.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. It's a lot's been happening, and I'm from watching how things are going right now.
It doesn't
Someone
feel
needs to
real.
And as you say that, I think she just stops for a moment.
I still feel like I shouldn't be sitting back and it just doesn't feel real yet. Like we have a house, we have I don't know, it just feels odd putting down roots, I guess. I don't know. Like I want to celebrate, and I'm glad the people in the city are happy and safe and everything, but it's just I don't know. It just doesn't feel right.
Well, I mean, we did stop what could have been a calamity waiting to happen. I'm sure, like, as Bang said, it was the least they could have done.
I just keep thinking that I'm gonna wake up and be back in my bed at home, and I don't know. It's just the more I'm here, the more I do, and I don't want that. Do you get that?
I kind of like eyes linger like across the room once more, then a bit back. We have something we were put here to do. I don't know if integrating into this. And she pauses. Well, I mean, I guess we don't know until whatever happens.
Yeah. It's strange. It feels like it feels like they chose the wrong person. Me. I just don't feel like the hero type sometimes, but at the same time, I'm glad that I travel at least with you guys. I just feel like if I was to have to pick the ultimate group to travel with, it's you three.
I don't think any of us to be honest, we're are heroes in the sense of what you would read in a story. It seems like whether it be for what the gods of this realm believe is the right structure, maybe there's something we don't know about ourselves even, or as a group. But I don't think it's just you that thinks that.
I'm still learning who I am, I guess. But I'm not going to dwell on that. I'm going to have a good night, and it's going to be good. And I just wanted to say I'm just glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're all here. You're all great, but I'm especially glad that you're here.
Probably that she'd like turn from her view of just people watching to, I guess, look at you directly. And with like a soft and warm smile, like, she'll say, and I'm glad that at least I have you around as well.
The friendships and good times and stuff. And terrible drinks that I made in the past that are now good drinks because someone else made them. And she just like holds a drink out to like clink it against yours.
As like the inklings of a toast comes up, like Kat has already raised her glass. And of course
Yes.
the same clink.
And May just basically like downs her drink in one go. It's just like, yeah, that was a little stronger than I expected, but I'm gonna sit here for a little bit. You don't have to hang around if you feel like moving. I know you don't like to stay in one place, and I know it's probably all of this is probably not really your jam, but you know where to find me if you want to talk about stupid stuff, or you know, boys or girls, or you know, people. Smiles, looks over towards me. Looks over towards, like, glances around the room at just anyone who's like, just anyone, really. Like anyone who's of like around our age group.
It's like a slight eye roll. It's like, wow, only one, and it's already only one drink, and it's already gone to this. And it's just that kind
Already
of,
going to the wingman.
and it's just that kind of like, you know, a bit shrug off. It's like, yeah, sure. Like, I mean, she's genuine. She has that genuine tone to it, but it's definitely like a yeah.
May's been calling this joke on you for a very long time.
Exactly. That's
Like
why it's
really half-baked matchmaker.
That's why it's received warmly, I'd say. But it's that kind of like sort of jokey, like little laugh from her. But
Yeah.
she doesn't continue. Can you be able to make me an insight check, please?
Oh,
Mainly just on some
I can
points of the
certainly do that.
combo.
13.
13. Throughout it, like, yeah, she's mostly just looking away. There was like a few points where she looked towards you, but I'd say there's like one point that slightly stands out a little bit, and it's sort of that mentioning of like if we are actually the heroes, and also I'd say the bit when you're mentioning, you know, not really like moving around, but like the sort of the want to. There's like a slight bit of not agitation, but restlessness, I guess, when that's brought up. But further detail you probably can't tell.
Yeah.
But then it just goes back to how Kaede normally is. Like, she's always been warm and like a bit more like not quiet and calm, I'd say, but a bit more like sort of letting you say what you need and responding in kind and saying a few things here and there. It's the sort of
You're the level-headed friend.
in a way, yeah, I'd say that. Like it's kind of
Yeah.
looking over and just making sure, and you can tell that there's a part, like even with that role, that there's a part that she is still warm to that. There's nothing different to normal. It's not like she's like being distant for the pure sake of being distant.
Yeah.
But maybe there's like something underneath that just tinges at you.
I feel like the 13 makes sense because, like, Mayu is maybe trying in her own way to sort of read into. She's probably not trying to sort of like really read into Kaede at the moment in the sense of like privacy, knowing that she feels like Kaede wants privacy at the moment to a degree, but maybe like some of those mentions where like that sort of stuff she probably like. It's like when she says the whole like like the restlessness, like wanting to like move around, she probably like switches it up a little bit, like sort of at that glance to be like, like there's a lot of people here sort of thing, like I sort of mentioned, like she sort of changes it to make it sound less like, you don't want to be here. Like she tries to be, I guess, like overly diplomatic about it, I guess. Like she doesn't want to, like it's almost like, oh god, I don't want to insult her sort of thing, but not like too much, just like just trying to be nice. But so do you hang around or do you end up like?
I'd say she hangs around, but I imagine like as like a sort of small conversation goes to an end and maybe like you are being pulled off like somewhere else, like there's like a moment where she takes a little pause and then I guess like as you leave she says, "Thank you just for that."
It's okay, you don't have to thank me.
No, there's just a lot to think about with this world. And then I imagine she like puts the drinks down, the kind of goes to like stand, and then it's like she probably like starts to like move, I guess, like towards wherever you're moving to, and then that's whatever you join into. She has that sort of same step back, and just sort of looks into whatever.
Yeah, if like she's going towards where Joe and May are, she's gonna like try to get Kaede to come with her as like a see what these guys are doing. Like they're doing shenanigans sort of thing, but like she won't push. Like if Kaede seems like she wants to move off, she will let her. But
in my mind, you're like pulling her towards the door, being like, like, well, not pulling her, but like kind of guiding slightly towards it.
Yeah.
And the camera just like pans behind you both, and you can see in through like the main open window of the tavern or something. And there's Haito standing there holding a drink in the air that is currently on fire with like 4 people. They all skull them, and then like May summons like a fucking dragon or something to like, fly through the freaking room, like while the strobing dancing lights.
Actually,
I was imagining this like a 2-shot where like you've got like Mayu and Kaede like in focus in the front, and then just like in the background, like slightly out of focus, you can see Haito and May just fucking around.
You can't hear it, but you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's heading towards these guys. It's like I think it's about time that I flirted with a boy now. That boy right there, the one that's got the drink on fire. Okay.
Oh god, he has fire.
Yeah, I think that's my internal thinking. It's like, oh god, he set a drink on fire.
He set multiple drinks on fire because he said it's like him and a bunch of other people are sculling drinks. They're all on fire.
I did not.
Yeah,
I do not want to be that friend that has to look after the people. I am just going to let this happen.
I have to partake, otherwise I become that friend.
Yeah, he's using thaumaturgy to like modify the fire, like change its color or make it brighter, like
Oh,
flicker a
boy.
bit.
And no one has greater rest of her.
So you guys are making a little bit of
No.
bit of a rave?
It's just woo!
This is a club environment.
Yeah, prestidigitation to make like your musical notes. Like you can soft, you can make the sound of music and have like little like music notes floating through the air. And 5 simultaneous effects go, and these are all 5 currently running.
Gets a drink. Drinks the drink.
Oh, I could do a silent image of yeah, like those like the moving lights like at parties that like have like the ray of light.
Oh my god.
Because it's a 50-foot cube, I could probably fill this tavern.
Yeah. Listen, Haito paid for all the alcohol. He's making sure it gets used, and he's making sure it's a memorable night. Wizard raves are no joke.
Gets another drink. Drinks the drink. That fear of being like, I have to catch up, or I'm going to be the annoying sober friend. I don't want to be. I don't want to be the
Hey.
sober friend who feels like they have to. I didn't say annoying. I said annoyed. You're sitting in the corner, like just like, these guys.
Fuck, this is my life.
I'm not
I know these
protecting
people.
any of that.
It's like, I
Everyone
want
in
to have as
town
much fun
knows
as they
I'm
are.
associated with them.
No, I'm associated with them. I don't care about being associated with them. I more care about my own health.
It's alright, we've got lesser restoration in this world.
We're not equipped currently.
Yeah, do you have it equipped? Because I don't think this long rest is going to be
can't.
restful.
Probably not. That's fine. We'll be fine.
But yeah. I don't know if there's any more scenes people want to do, but that's a Haito spending this time.
No, I think just to like sort of add a final like footnote for Kaede, like she sticks around, probably at some point, like when people like sort of get involved with what they're doing, she'll like kind of take a position like where she can kind of overlook, I guess, be nearby if need, but yeah, just I guess the best way to describe it is as if things around you aren't happening to you, but near you.
Mm.
That kind of like detachment, I guess.
Yeah, like just like merely an observer.
Yeah, almost. Like it's not
My-
it's not through my senses, it's through something else.
Maya is trying to be the middle gal with that, like trying to sort of get like basically connect the three, where she's like talking to you and playing around with them, and then like just like she's enjoying herself, but yeah, she's making an effort of making it so you don't just sort of sit there on your own and watch us.
There's probably a point, I think, in the night where it's harder to find her. But other than that, majority of it, it's not too difficult.
Mm.
Okay. As you all eventually stumble your way to bed, I would like for everyone that got crunk to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
Can I make
yeah.
a survival check to see if I can find the house?
If you want.
Fine.
Nah, we won't.
I want to put a point that Haito should do disadvantage.
I disagree.
I'm safe.
Kay, I'm.
Oh.
If it was canonically Australian, logically he should be rolling that with advantage.
Oh, that sort of cancels out. Okay, that's fair enough. actually,
Exactly.
then. You know what? Actually, that's a fair argument.
Well, I guess I know who I'm going to be looking after. It was like, if Haito rolls really bad as a con save, it's basically her just like holding his hair back all night. And now it looks like I'll be doing that with May.
I could,
Yeah.
I could probably take care of me.
If you, yeah, she like, if May seems like sick, and Mayu will like instantly go on the like look after. But if she sees you come over to help, she's just like, go for it. Do the big thumbs up.
I
I rolled a...
you roll a garbage number.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I rolled a 2. I've got to be vomiting.
Yeah. I think this is like one of those situations where like she actually doesn't know exactly what to do, because I don't think she's probably been in something like this, like as heavy.
Yeah, no, I've never looked after a drunk person before. I just know that like water is important.
Step by step guide. That's all you know.
Can
It's
I?
like the sort of point where you're both like, oh,
What do you
how
wanna
do we
say?
take care of the drunk person? And then Haito's like, alright, here we go. Anyway,
Can I ask which bedrooms people in? Mainly just who's upstairs, who's downstairs.
I'm probably for now. I'm probably downstairs because
Yeah, I'm keeping her
I can
downstairs.
find.
I was about to say, May probably doesn't. May probably can't navigate stairs. You know what they're saying. So Haito's upstairs.
You know what, this is a good way to pick. Get Kronk. Everyone gets Kronk. And
See what room people pick.
Just see what room people pick. That's the bedroom.
So what room?
If everyone goes into one bedroom, then it's the community bedroom. That's what happens.
And we have a spare.
Well, I mean,
I don't even know if May makes it to the bed. She might just pass out on the floor.
I think like because we have 4 bedrooms and like sure, like these Mayu and Haito are like dating, but they're probably not going to share a bed all the
Oh
time.
no.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's still like no. She'd probably like just want to have the room next to him.
We've only just gotten past hand holding.
Alright.
I mean, we were a little past hand holding.
Yeah, I thought we only just got a bit past hand holding. I'm like, come on, we can't go too fast.
I'll say, if when we're walking home, May ends up throwing up, Haito's immediately just like prestidigitation, just blasts all the vomit off of her, like splatters the wall.
Oh boy.
Every spell you cast in the
smell as
concentration
well.
check.
What'd you say, May? Sorry.
You remove the smell as well.
Yeah, no, it's like he's just more because you have 5 effects at once. He's like, it just smells like flowers around us as we're walking.
Thanks, bro.
No problem.
As
You're the best.
as the next morning light happens, Kaede, who didn't drink enough to feel the effects, is fine, and Mayu and Hayato seem to be a-okay in that regard.
I'd say maybe a hangover.
No, Hayato seems fine. He seems to relatively handle what's happened. He thought he should have had a hangover, but seems to have been a good day for him. Meanwhile, May, your head is throbbing. It sucks. And it doesn't help that there is loud door knocks coming right outside your bedroom.
Just bury my. It's like it's like pillow over back of the head, face first into Atsushi. She's like, no.
Yeah,
Do we hear it in other parts of the house?
Yeah, you can hear the door knocking. It's just it sucks for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just doesn't move.
I feel like Maya would have got up kind of earlier than everyone. Like she got up like at a usual like early morning to like, you know, just put all the soaps and stuff that she got into the bathroom and kind of organize that and like, I don't know, just go around the house and like trying to find things to do. So she'd be like, oh, it's a knock.
Yes, yeah, probably coming out of the room at the same time where you're going to the door to answer it. He's like only just leaving the room at that point.
That is probably already up. Like, probably still went to bed, I think, a bit late after everyone came back, but yeah, probably up after my.
Yeah, like we would have been just like talking or whatever, and the door opens. Yeah.
Yeah. As you open the door, Maya, you see the chest of a sand Goliath, wearing the same verbiage as the guards of the castle were yesterday, as he steps to the side, sort of walking through the door, is the Sultan.
Oh. Alright, what hi Tiger.
Yeah, seeing her, she's just like, oh, it's lovely to see you, Your Grace. I don't know if that's the right word.
It's fine. I am sorry for the inconvenience, but this is rarely one of the times I am free enough to make a house call such as this. So my apologies. As
No, you don't have to apologize at all. Always welcome here.
An honor, more to say.
Yes, definitely. How
as,
can we help you?
she walks in and steps into the downstairs area and sits in one of the armchairs. You see as two of the Sangoliath guards also sort of just bend down through the doorway and step inside, as Mai is sort of staring at her with the door still open, completely ignoring all etiquette, of course. These two just walk in behind her and
I deserve it.
stand behind, arms crossed behind her. She's sitting in the armchair.
I like to think that she goes and sits down in the armchair. That this is the point where Haito rounds the corner into the into the main room. Except as he was very drunk the night before, he's feeling fine, but he's only just woken up, and not really put all his clothes on. So he's turning the corner in a shirt and the coat, but no pants, holding the staff and wearing the hat. Turns, looks at the group down there, nods once, just turns and walks the other way. It's like, yep, alright, I'm not prepared.
I'm not prepared for the Sultan today.
He's like, I am devoid of pants. I have to go get them if I am going to be talking to a Sultan.
What's everyone's passive perception?
Not the best. I think. Oh no, 17. 17's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah.
17 as well.
Mainly just for Kaido and Mayu, because
okay.
Haito's
Yeah.
gone up and May is still in her bedroom.
Yeah.
You see the Sultan not verbalizing in any way, but clearly her hand is covering her mouth in a giggle, watching Haito suffer from his faux pas.
So we got this faux pas in the end. You poor
And
bugger.
seeing that,
Exactly.
it makes my feel a little less nervous around her, but still nervous. But she sort of also smiles a little bit like, oh boy.
Oh, that fighter.
I mainly came here today just to see how everyone is liking the abode and seeing how you all felt celebrating last night, and due to Haito over there, it seems you all had a good time in that regard, at least.
It was a very interesting night. I feel like some of us are maybe still recovering a little bit. And as for the abode, this place is beyond anything that we could imagine, and I can't stop thanking for such a grand gift.
This is very much outside of our normality, so if we are showing many gratitude, it's just due to it being outside of our norm.
Not that I wouldn't have done it in the first place, but I mean, not giving a house to the people who saved the area is kind of a faux pas on my part.
Word of the day, ladies and gentlemen.
I guess it's all very new to us as well. The we do quests to help people, and all this is the first time I guess we've really truly saved an entire city, and it's still feels a little a bit dreamlike. Again, very, very glad that we were there and we were able to do something. It's just, I don't know. But this place is fantastic, and we're very grateful. We'll look after it very well.
It's like, well, please do. It would be a waste for this place to not be used, or who knows what would happen if it got sold. But regardless, that was only one of the reasons I've come. The other is to offer my thanks once again personally. I'm aware that the term I used there in the ceremony, heroes, is, while true, is a bit more significant for your lot. I am not fully aware of the circumstances. Vang let me know that if this information is to be shared, it would be on your behalf.
Yes, of course.
Regardless, I did want to offer that my doors are always open if there is a circumstance that the city of Marcanus and me as a sultan, and not even just the city but the country of Avera, if there is anything that I can do to help your quest. I know that is more grand than others, and without knowing any of the details, I'm happy to help. There will always be a place for you to come and talk, if necessary. And we will do our best to accommodate any requests that you have.
Thank you so much.
I would have said this properly, but I can tell that a few of you aren't for big ceremony, and I understand. In my youth I also had to do some very frightening stuff in front of a lot of people. So I always like to give the first timers a quick out and make it not drag on as laborious as it can do. You're
I'm
lucky
sure.
you're not being knighted or anything like that.
I'm sure. You definitely appreciate helping out for those who needed it. But I'm sure. Well, maybe once a little bit of time goes to pass where everyone's in better health or healed, we could be able to talk a bit about ourselves more. It just doesn't feel right to do it without everyone present.
Understandable.
Yeah. And as for helping out, just the fact that we have somewhere we can rest our heads that is comfortable and beyond comfortable and just private is more than enough. That gives us, we'll have much more energy on the roads, and
having somewhere to rest is very beneficial. I've heard from adventurers. It would do you well to maybe find some more and more places in other parts of the world to rest as well. Maybe not potentially let a rival war happen in order to protect a city to earn such a building, but you know.
We start a second war.
Having places of rest would be beneficial for many adventurers, though the market can be a bit slim.
Oh, fuck. I think honestly the privacy alone this building can give us would be much more relieving than the stress tension we've been probably holding through a lot of our travels.
If you require any services for this place, if you money is not enough in terms of what you need to have here, any further building or things installed, let me know. The people will be covering that type of expenditure, though if it is something quite costly, you may have to put your own coin there.
That's perfectly understandable. Was there any place particularly you wish to remain untouched? Or
No, frankly, this house belonged to a cousin I've never met before. Died before I was born. and it has been refurbished, updated as you can see, but remained here a piece of my land to give to someone I believed worthy. Frankly, if you did not, I might have been selling the place in a couple months' time. It wasn't being used.
Well, it's good to know we won't be disturbing too much of the potential history here.
Hmm.
We will take care of it.
I doubt
Much as
that
we
you
can.
will. I doubt that you won't.
Thanks.
I doubt that you will. Have you seen Hayato? He didn't have any pants.
Yeah, but that's his own health. That's not the building. As long as he
He
keeps
doesn't-
partying outside, we're fine.
He also has a bagpipe in the building, probably constantly shitting everywhere.
It's not even a real bird. It doesn't even eat or do anything.
I know the magpies.
Reality reasserts itself.
Sus.
Timeline correct.
As she finishes that. Unless you have any questions for me, I think I need to bid adieu. I do have some business I need to take care of with the restoration of another city that you saved. Less the city itself, but more its populace.
Oh fuck, the name's slipping my brain.
Cockin.
Gilgan.
It's Cockin. It's Cockin.
Cockin.
Cocky.
Kokkin.
Yeah.
Right.
We do need to send some tradesmen over to Cochin to do repairs and make sure it's hospitable once again for the population there.
Was there a lot of damage that was left to that city?
Honestly, it's only been 2 days. We haven't even sent over initial scouts, given that the army was coming from that direction. I'm going to be sending some of them now to see exactly what damage has been done and what we need to look after. And then hopefully send tradespeople within the next week or so, if we can spare them here. The damage here wasn't very high level, but it's not insignificant. We've had the guilders helping, the venturing guilders also aiding in repairs and otherwise.
Right, one sec.
I remember
I've got nothing to add.
No.
a little bit about Cocking when we were there. From memory, like, it was pretty bad when we were there, if I remember correctly. Like, a lot of burnt.
Yeah,
Stuff.
there was a lot of raised buildings, and the farmlands outside were thoroughly ruined.
From memory,
Okay, did you?
it wasn't fantastic, but understanding with us four, we probably can't offer very much in that sense, but if there's anything that you need us to do in that matter, we're always here, and otherwise we'll be checking the guild to if there's anything that pops up that is in that area that, you know, even if it is just escorting or just helping guard or anything, like, we'll be available.
Gives a nod. I will let Vang know if there's anything like that, and he'll send you the proper forms necessary.
That's because there might be some looming quest overhead. Doesn't mean we don't have time for things that can be helpful to others. It all leads to us adapting and being stronger. So wherever we can, we'll try to help where we can.
Gives a nod. Thank you once again, all of you. If you could pass it on. She gives a bow, and then one of the guards walks in front of her, and the other one behind her. She makes her way through the building once more and out the front door. I think, I think a bit of comedy is Haito comes out fully dressed at this point. She's just like,
Oh yeah, 100%. Literally, it's like the
like
door
doing up his
closes.
belt as he's like about to go down the stairs.
The door closes as the door, like the camera would face the door. The door clicks shut. Then it turns to Haito, like literally stumbling around the corner, like pulling his boot on. Is like, I'm ready. I had to find my pants. She's gone. Okay.
Just a nod.
What? That took so long.
That was a good question. That's why it took me so
I mean,
long. I didn't know where they were.
It was a busy night.
What you don't know is that in the background of the shot, while everyone was like talking, Haito was like commando crawling along the floor of the staircase upstairs to avoid being seen because the pants were somehow in the opposite hallway, and there was no way for him to get around without passing the main room.
That's why it took so long.
Logically would have been to have Pickles go get them, but yeah.
Yeah, that would have been logic, yeah.
I like the idea that they were
Look,
like
sometimes you
had
panic and
thrown
make
them
poor
up.
decisions.
You'd thrown them along the hallway as you were like going to bed, and then like as like Maya had like gone in to make sure he was all good and like here's some water and all this sort of stuff. He starts freaking like taking his clothes off to get into bed. She's just
Oh,
like, yeah, no, yeah, like
Yeah.
avoiding eye contact. Just puts the water down, like pats him on the head, like gives him a little kiss on the cheeks, like bye bye bye. Sees the pants on the floor near her room and then just folds them up into a nice pile, puts them at his door. But he probably doesn't realize that they're there, and so he's crawled up the hall to find them. They're not there, so he has to go back.
Yeah, exactly. I'll say when Haito was put to bed, as you said, you're right. He immediately, like when it starts heading towards bed, it's just stripping almost completely, kicking the shoes off, pull the pants off, shirt comes off. The only thing that doesn't come off is the hat. As he goes to bed with the hat, and the last words you hear from him is just, "I'm a fucking wizard." Just he goes to sleep.
As that beat happens, Haito like walks down the stairs. Plates are placed on the table. Marie has made you breakfast as she said she would. It seems to be some eggs and toast and like sausages. And she gathers her things. Is like, yes, I'll be back for dinner time if needed. And leaves. And as she does, she knocks. As May, there's a little bit of quiet since she left, but like you could still hear the conversation. They weren't being particularly quiet. But your head was still like mildly throbbing for that entire thing, and there's been a bit of rest, and you're like, and you hear a knock on your door. It's like, May, sweetie, there's food on the table.
Just like sits there for a second and then just like slowly rolls out of bed. Like
Rolls off of
did
Arthur
that.
Street onto bed, and then off of
Yeah.
bed.
Onto floor, crawls off a floor, picks herself up, and comes out. Like her hair is like a matted mess. From...
Oh, that's horribly hard to get out.
Bed
Also,
hair
as-
and
as-
fur.
Yeah,
It's just
she's
like-
fully dressed because she just like didn't get changed at all. She just like face planted onto the bed when she got home, or she passed out on the floor and then someone probably dragged her to bed.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
After she dragged you to bed,
Yeah.
clearly.
Yeah.
I'd probably help.
Okay. It's like you would have done it, but you are tiny.
Yeah.
You are a small per. A small
After she
fairy.
being there, probably was just like, I need help. I need help, buddy.
Please. I mean, like, having everyone else, like, come in, like, when Haito's like, going down the stairs, like, Mayu, still mildly traumatized from the night before, is, like, deeply engrossed in her food and drink, like, trying not to look at him. And then when May gets up, she's just, like, puts all of her attention on the May. It's like,
Yeah, like May looks so ragged.
oh, honey, you
His
don't
bad
look
boy
very good
persona is
right now.
breaking.
Yeah, there's a
You
jug of
look
juice
like-
and coffee and tea, all like prepared.
Oh, that's
We have a fried breakfast. I hope that makes you feel better. There's some juice here if you want it. here, take a seat. Like, she's just, like, instantly going on the, like, try to look after her, try to, like, distract her from, like, the embarrassment of the night before.
Yeah, actually, no, oh no. It's like, oh, this sucks. I
It's
tried to cure
okay.
wounds and it didn't do anything.
I'd recommend maybe lesser restoration and or greater restoration.
I don't think we have the
That's not a
diamonds
bad
for greater.
idea. Do you,
Uh,
are you in your
Expensive hangover
right class for
cure.
that, or
Yeah.
you're druid right now?
She would still be cleric.
Oh, okay, I
She
wasn't
wouldn't
sure
have.
if you were.
She hasn't had the mental capacity to change this morning. That also means she hasn't had the mental capacity to put on lesser restoration.
Oh, I'm
Wait,
so
hi,
sorry. I should have changed to cleric. I should have done that.
It's
I don't
okay.
know why I didn't
No,
do
it's
that.
fine. It's not. You don't have to change. For me.
You
Well,
don't have
I
to.
mean-
For
I want to
me.
change.
I
So,
just- I feel like everyone
uh,
was probably gonna have a bit of a headache this morning. Like, even
I'm
me,
fine.
I thought I would have one, and yeah, and yeah, I wish that I'd. Oh well. Anyway, it's the old-fashioned. I guess we took it away from the.
I'm gonna cast remove curse on myself.
No.
Look, wait, hang on. Oh no! Just like puts her head on the table.
Would you like to come to the
Ridiculous.
temple and see if we can get it fixed? I don't mind taking. We can take you there. I can even like I
Yes.
don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, we can
Yep.
put Haito's
I
castle.
need-
You know, it's nice and big and no, you know, lots of shadows and stuff.
No. Yes. No. Yeah. I need to go to the temple anyway. I need to do things.
You
I'll
should
see.
eat first.
I have things to fix.
in complete contradiction to Maya, who is like, you're like basically like taking care of her, making sure she's okay, being nice. Haito being the whole like, well, my friend May is
You
suffering from a
suffer.
hangover, so the correct thing to do is to accidentally loudly drop his cutlery onto the plate or
Are you
like
kidding me?
glasses together and stuff. Oh, whoops! It's just like,
Also,
oh no.
Did you want to insight Mayu's actions towards you?
Yeah.
Well, like avoiding of actions towards you.
No,
Because
Haito
I'm
woke up.
assuming you don't have a shit.
I mean, Haito woke up completely naked, wearing nothing but a wizard hat, and his pants were at the opposite end of the hallway to where he expected them to be. He just assumes that he got home. He assumes that he didn't have pants when he walked in the door and someone carried them in.
He assumed he got home. I like
So
that
you haven't picked up the fact that Mayu is like super embarrassed to look at you at the moment.
Oh no, he's picked it up. He's just like, well, she saw my penis. Okay.
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
Jesus
Yep.
Christ.
It's like I was drunk. I don't remember what happened for the last part of the night, but I woke up again completely naked, wearing nothing but a wizard hat, but with a nice glass of water next to my bed. Clearly, I didn't put myself to bed. So,
And the question being, I'm not gonna give this one to May because I'm assuming May is like way too hungover to give a fuck. Heidi, do you pick up Mayu's weird actions this morning? And like, what do you think?
She picks it up. That's a hard question. I don't think she doesn't show anything. I think is the idea. Like,
Okay.
there's kind of like the understanding that she might have caught it, but through a mix of whatever over the last like however long, and with the 13 from that before, probably doesn't show up.
Yeah.
That one's deep.
Yeah. She's
Also,
like,
and she's just like, oh no, you go.
no, I was just gonna say she's gonna focus on trying to get May to eat before she goes anywhere. Like, you need to eat; it'll make you feel better.
Mhm.
This is what
Yeah,
I've heard.
Yeah, she's like, is like, doing it, but it's just like clearly going through the motions of just like, I just need to do this,
It's
and everything
fried
will be
food.
okay.
Hang
I think
on,
it's
She's like,
Yeah, I
oh,
guess,
sorry. And she's like points over at Haito. Is like, I don't know if I remember mentioning this last night, but your hat is great.
yes, it is.
cuts to a montage of May saying his hat is great 16 times, different parts of the night.
Every time while drunk, she's like, "Your hat is great," and he just responds, with, "I'm a fucking wizard."
and like the last one is like her standing on a table, just like shouting, "Embrace your inner wizard!"
No, I counterpoint the last one is he's got her. They've got their hands clasped to one another. It's like, it's just your hat is so good.
And he's
just throws up on his feet.
and he's like, "You're a cat."
Oh,
And then she slides into her bedroom.
What the fuck?
It's Mayu pulls hat to away, take him to bed. Yeah. It's 11.
Yeah.
Really?
What do we want to do?
That was a stupid session. I loved it.
We should probably call it because many nights of D&D this week, and yeah.
Alright, well, good. Thank you for joining us for chapter 29 of Guardians Rebirth. Alright, Misty, you want to fucking bust through the door, I guess? You had something to say?
Sorry.
What? What'd you have to say?
You know.
Say it for the stream.
No, she just wanted to rub up against me and not say anything.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Alright. Yeah, I'd ask these people what they do, but they don't. That's fun. You can
the answer.
join. It's the answer. Nothing. It's great.
no.
No. I don't do anything. Stop asking. If you want to join the Discord server, you can. If you want to see the YouTube, well, the VOD's coming out a day later. If you want to participate in the Pokemon Egglock, I will be doing after I finish Digimon World. I will be. Here's the link. I set that on Twitter already. I'll probably do it again in a couple weeks' time. And as I'm pretty more towards like a decent part in, maybe next week, I will put it on Reddit and see what Reddit gives me as well. So feel free to participate in Pokemon X and Y. So you can do any illegal shit for Gen 6 you want. I'll make it happen. I'll try my best. Tuesdays I'm playing Heartbound. That's fun. I like Heartbound. It's going to be interesting to see where I'm at in the long run, because I believe it's still an open beta, or early access, or whatever you want to call it. So I'll probably be stopping that relatively soon, because there might not be much content. My bad. But definitely I'll be coming back to that and trying to find secrets and all that fun stuff. Wednesday is Digimon World Redigitized Decode, aka the Kingdom Hearts of all Digimon games. I've fixed my funny orange Nintendo 3DS that I bought legally with a cool green one that will make it run better and won't break the game. So we'll be having fun with that. Hopefully better playtime than last time. And then yeah, Thursday is midweek multiplayer madness. Last week we did some supermarket simulator. We learned that there's quantal entanglement and duplication with a service job. Kay lied to us apparently. Never told us this cool secret.
No, I told you it does happen when the business decides to allocate stock directly to you when you didn't want that stock in the first place. It's close enough.
You know what? That was what happened. I will give you that. Yeah, they did make so much sushi that we didn't fucking sell.
Yeah.
Hey,
I do feel that.
Salt.
Like, this isn't selling. Why are you making more?
Runes.
Me every time I look at Forex Ultra. Why are you giving us more?
But we will be talking about what we're gonna play this week. It'll be something. We might start the Minecraft. We might do some other stuff before that. But yeah, we'll be discussing that during the week. If we're going through it at all. Because again, this week is the last week of school, which means I should get the last 5 assignments done. I'm pretty good on the curve of that. I have 1 assignment out of the 5 complete. 2 are basically nearly finished. 1 I've started and 1 I haven't started at all. So I've got a week to do them all, and I think I can do it. So hopefully there's not going to be any delays in stream. But if there is, that is why. I will try and keep Thursday and Saturday still good though, because I do like games with friends, and that is the fun part of the week.
Yeah.
And then yeah, Friday is Yakuza 4 Remastered. We're having fun playing a new guy. I don't know who he is, but he's cool as shit, and he kicks people, and it's really cool. Yakuza's always a fun game. Everyone should play Yakuza. And then yeah, next Saturday will be session 80. We hit the big 80. No, 75. That's still a big 75. That's 3/4 of the way to 100 of
don't remind me.
of Echoes of the Forgotten, Homebrew D&D campaign that me and Darren co-GM. They did the thing. They did the thing that they wanted to do, and now they are suffering the repercussions of that. And by that,
Am I suffering?
it's laying low and waiting till more orders come.
Good out an army.
But yeah, in 2 weeks' time, we'll be back for chapter 30 of Guardians Rebirth, where I guess they gotta go see clerics. Maybe a brain one as well. Who knows? There's some reason
Never
they
had
all
cleric.
drank. There's some reason they drank that much. Until then,
Cheetos.
Good.
we say goodbye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.